crying on my knees. You gave me hope, you gave me something to believe. Now I'm alive and born again, rescued from the grip of sin. God, your love came crashing in and pulled me out of the fire. I'm a survivor. My God, you're my fighter. You make me a survivor. You're my God, you're my fighter. You make me now I'm alive and born again, rescued from the grip of sin. Oh God, your love came crashing in and pulled me out of the fire. I'm a survivor. Pulled me out of the fire. I'm a survivor.
I suppose we should get going.
Let's go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And action. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Live from the Dreamstar Remodeling, Star 88 Studios. It is Thursday. What's going on, everybody? How we feeling? How's everybody doing? We're live on Twitch and YouTube right now. You can go and watch the show. Just search Star 88 FM. Good morning, Twitchers. Good morning, YouTubers. Miss you, Facebook. Phone lines are open if you'd like to call into the studio. 505-338-3700. We would love to hear from you. And you can also text into the show. What's the live line number?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483.
Beautiful. And, of course, it's Star Week. And we have Daniel and Heidi waiting patiently for your phone call. If you love the station, you love the morning invasion, well, then you need to support us because we can't continue without your support. So any amount you guys want to donate, man, it would be great. It would be amazing. And thank you to everybody yesterday for jumping on board. We had a really good day, and a lot of people taking advantage of the incentives. But the number to call right now to be a part of the station is 866-730-4921. And, of course, you can donate online at star88.fm. Trying to see here, some of this stuff is going fast, guys. The movie tickets are almost gone. We got a couple two pairs left from Premier Cinema. $20 donation.
Well, that's cool to see.
Boba Tea Sucks Bucks gift card. Got a couple of those left. Oh, Mr. Car Wash Platinum Wash Pass. We got a few of those left. $17 donation. Yeah, that's what's cool about this. These incentives are really cool because a lot of you are probably going to be spending money on this stuff anyways, car maintenance and your brakes or oil changes. Well, just donate that money to us and we'll get you all set up. Pretty cool, right? So give them a call, 866-730-4921. Steve-O, how was Thrice last night?
Oh, gosh. I'm like...
Right?
I can hear you, but it's like
I don't
kind
miss
of.
that at all.
I took Jack and Luke, Luke, and Chrissy, and I all went to Thrice last night, and it was their first show, like at a bar, if you will,
Yeah?
like
Like
that
at a,
up
like, club
close,
kinda?
like yeah.
Mhm.
And so about halfway through, Jack kept going, "Everybody's voices are like higher pitched."
I love that.
Like,
That's
it's
great.
weird to hear you talk. And they're just shouting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, poor dudes.
Did you protect their eardrums at all? Did you make them wear
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
headphones?
What are they, toddlers? Like, I remember being
They're
at shows and
toddlers.
like had these giant
Yeah.
like headphones on. No, they did not.
Yeah,
But,
that's what's
yeah.
funny is when I was probably about 10 years ago, I realized I'm going to be deaf by 50, and I started wearing those little earplugs when I went to shows.
Yeah, I couldn't find any last night, which made me really sad because samesies.
Mm-hmm.
I really wished I had done that because I know I'm just going to be deaf.
Yeah.
And then is it ironical that the thing that causes me to be deaf is what I will miss the most when I am deaf?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. How sad
I'll
is
miss
that?
you the most, music.
Yeah.
So it was a phenomenal show. Shout out to everybody who actually went to the show last night.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
Couple
about
people?
right. That's
Couple
about right.
people? Yeah.
So it wasn't really promoted well. You know,
Uh-huh.
there wasn't a whole lot of promotion, so I don't think a lot of
Yeah,
people
better
knew that
talk to
Thrice
Buck
was going to
about
be
that.
there.
I mean-
I'm going to have to do
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna have to
He's
do
new
that.
to this promoting thing, I guess.
I guess so. But it was still a decent turnout. It wasn't sold out like their last show, but it made for a better setting for my Jeter boys.
I was just gonna say that's probably a better thing for everybody that attended, because when it's
Yeah.
sold out and it's just people are crammed in there,
yeah.
you can't really enjoy the show as much. But yeah, because I remember going to some shows back in the day at the Sunshine or the Launch Pad, and there would be like at the Sunshine, it holds about 1,000 people.
Yeah.
If there was like 200 to 300 people in there, it was kind of cool because it
Yeah.
was kind of like this intimate show.
You know who I saw like that years ago? Muse.
Really, Launchpad or Sunshine?
Sunshine.
Nice.
It was the Sing for the Absolution. What was that tour called? The Apocalypse Please tour.
Really?
Yeah. And there was only a couple hundred people there, maybe.
Wow. You know who I saw at the Launchpad one time? U2.
Okay.
You don't believe me, do you?
No.
You don't believe me.
Unless you're saying that you saw me and Chrissy at the Launchpad once, because yes, I saw you too as well.
Yeah, that's funny.
There was, but those are the best. Like last night we were talking because the Jeter boys before the show said, you know, it's just a bummer we saw 21 Pilots first because we've seen their favorite band and my like in the same week now.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
favorite
cool.
bands, guys. And so we're driving to the show and they're going, yeah, but this is going to be lame compared. And I'm like, you can't compare it. And then Chrissy did this big dissertation about like club shows and how of all the, the arena tours and all the things we've seen, still for her, that show at the Sunshine when we all
Right.
got to see Blindside with Papa Roach. She's like, that's
Yeah.
still one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I would
because-
rather see a show at a venue
Man.
like that than at a
Same.
huge arena,
Same.
you know?
So it was absolutely incredible last night.
Yeah.
Shout out to
And the boys loved it, the
Morgan,
Jeter
Joe
boys?
Hawk. Oh, they lost their minds.
Nice.
So
Love it.
Yeah. There was a moment where they had this. They saw Dad do this thing, and so I was
Yeah?
a little So
You had to protect your Cubs.
I had to protect them. So I always talk to them about like not letting bullies bully the kids that they see at school. And so last night they got to see Dad put his money where his mouth is in that regard because we were up close, but people kept pushing. And
Yeah, what was that like for you? You know, at 40 years old, being up right next to the gate, you know.
bro, I was in my element.
Gosh.
So
That is the worst. That's the worst
Yeah.
place you can be. Because you got everybody moshing and trying to fight to the front.
Yep.
And oh my gosh.
And so I was being protective dad, and at one point I actually had to intervene and yeah.
So did
I
the
wasn't
boys ever
super
want to
proud
leave
of
the
it,
front?
but
Or did
nope.
they just hung in there? They loved it, huh? Wow.
They loved it because it was the first time
them.
they'd ever been like that kind of experience with a band they really cared about. Because they've been to hundreds of shows too, you know, because of what we do for a living. But this was one where it was like, hey, this is a band I really, really love. And they were right there, you
Yeah.
know? And so it was worth it.
Wow.
It was absolutely worth it.
Well, good, man.
But man, so I don't want to start on a sad note, but can we talk about something since we're mentioning like protecting those who can't protect themselves?
Oh, no. Did they have to shoot somebody?
Dude,
Did
okay.
they shoot somebody?
Last night, people are like
Shut
pushing
up.
and shoving it to a point where dad had to push back a little like, bro, there's a child here. He can't push back, but I sure as heck can and will. Those are the words I use too. I sure as heck will. Pink's husband, Carrie Hart, had to post something on his Instagram warning looters in Malibu.
Yeah.
This is so unfortunate.
Because a lot of
this
people are
happens.
doing that. These looters are going into these homes that are abandoned from the fires, and they're stealing things.
Man.
And so they posted that a couple days ago.
So he posted this, and it has since gone viral. He said, quote, "It's unfortunate that some people take advantage of others in a crisis. While the Malibu fires have been burning, some locals have been fighting off and defending their property
Wow.
against the fires. There have been sightings of looting, breaking into homes. Well, if you're a looter, think twice if you're heading back into Malibu." And the photo is him
Yeah.
and a bunch of dudes with rifles that says, "Looters will be shot on sight."
So tell me they didn't have to shoot somebody. Did they shoot somebody?
They have not had to kill anybody
Okay,
yet.
thank you.
They have not had to kill
That
anybody.
scared me because I remember seeing that a couple days ago, and then when you started the show with like, "Oh, I got some sad news," I'm
Well,
like,
it's
"Oh
just-
no, they killed somebody."
It's sad that this is our world, guys. Welcome to humanity and welcome to the sin nature. Like we're all born with this sin, man, right? And it's crazy to me when it's taking advantage of somebody that's in a tight spot. Like these people are losing their homes and now they're having to defend their homes from looters who are just coming up to like, "Oh, look, the front half of the house is gone.
Yeah.
Let's see what's inside."
Gosh, man.
Are you kidding me, Malibu? I didn't even realize that Malibu had looters.
Right?
They're coming up from like Garden Grove and
Yeah. Gosh, man. Just
all these dudes from Fullerton just like,
yeah.
yeah, Malibu, bro.
Oh, it's sad, man.
So,
It is
yeah.
sad. You know,
Pink-
and that's another thing, another reminder, like drugs are bad.
Drugs
man.
are bad.
They completely steal your soul.
Uh-huh. And that's, last night at the show, there was some pushing and shoving, and that contributed to it. Like I had to confront somebody at one point and realize this person's probably not even going to remember it tomorrow because they're so inebriated.
Right.
Which was a great learning moment for my children.
Yeah,
See, guys,
see?
this is why you don't do stupid things like this.
I love it.
You act like a bad person. Gosh, I gotta watch my words. So yeah, Pink, Carrie Hart, and the two children were evacuated from their home, which was spared during the fire, actually. But many residents who fled have not returned, and because of that, looters know, oh, these are all abandoned homes.
Yeah. Well, you got to set up those booby traps, man. Seriously.
Well, the problem is the security systems aren't working because of the power outages. So, yeah. So literally, they're setting up shop outside of
too
homes
bad.
with shotguns. Come on, guys.
Crazy. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. We have a huge show for you guys
we
this
do.
morning. It's National Clean Out Your Fridge Day. That's what today is, November 15th. And we'll, somebody posted a little topic on Reddit on the oldest things in your fridge. What's the oldest thing you've got in your fridge? And some of them are pretty fun and disgusting. We'll go over that coming up. We'll go over the wildfires again. We'll give you some more details on that. Keep praying for those fires to get put out in California. And be praying for Star Week, Be praying for us that we'd reach our goals this week. It's Thursday, so we got today and tomorrow. We want you guys to jump on board and support the station if you love it. 866-730-4921. That's 866-730-4921. And we got some amazing incentives for you. We'll go over that list again when we come back. And you can donate online right now at star88.fm. We'll be right back. Hang out.
Hi, I'm Todd Nettleton, and this is the Voice of the Martyrs Radio. In a North Korean labor camp, Kyung-ja thought about all she had lost. Her husband had committed suicide. Her youngest son had died in another labor camp, and her surviving children were far away in South Korea. On the edge of despair, she cried out to God for help. and God answered in a miraculous way. A South Korean church heard of her plight, and Kung Ja was able to escape North Korea. Praise God for His work in Kung Ja's life, and pray for the believers who remain in North Korea, that they'll have courage to share the gospel so that many more North Koreans can experience true freedom.
I will not let my brothers and sisters suffer in silence, nor will I let them serve alone. To hear the rest of Kyung Ja's story, go to vomradio.net.
A supernova on Star 88 with David Jeremiah.
What are angels like? If one should appear, if we should become acquainted with an angel, what should we expect? And I want to say quickly 5 things about angels that I hope you will write down. Number 1, they are innumerable. They are just a multitude of them. In fact, Hebrews 12:22 actually uses that term to describe them. Have come to Mount Zion and to the city of the living God, the heavenly Jerusalem, to an innumerable company of angels. How many angels are there? They're innumerable. That means you can't count them. You can't possibly know how many there are. 2 Chronicles 18:18 says it this way. Then Micaiah said, therefore hear the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne and all the hosts of heaven standing on his right hand and on his left. He looked into heaven and he saw the entire heavenly expanse just filled with the angels of God.
Turning Point with David Jeremiah. Don't miss it on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 11 a.m. on 107.1 FM.
There is a river where goodness flows. There is a fountain that drowns sorrow. There is an ocean deeper than fear. The tide is rising, rising.
you next year. Woo! Stupid. Good morning, everybody. 622.
High today of 54.
54.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
It was right in front of me. I just had to read the words. Turns out they're numbers.
Very good morning to you, and a very good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. Live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Man, shout out to our boy Shane Clark, who owns Sears Garage Solutions.
Nice.
He loves Star 88, loves the Morning Invasion, and said, you know what? I want to donate some garage door tune-ups.
Dude,
right?
Never have I ever needed that more.
Yeah.
You know you're an adult when, like, we were talking off air and you're like, oh, my boy Shane, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude. Me and Daniel are both like, I may jump on that one, actually, because my garage door's sounding funny.
Yep.
When did we become grown-ups?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you have ever had any issues with your garage door. Thank you to Sears Garage Solutions for donating. $100 donation will get you the garage door tune-up service. Which is pretty good considering it cost me a ton more than that last time I had to. Yep. Gosh, man. So expensive. Right? And then they came out and it was like, wink, wink, wink. All right, cool, man. That'll be all of your life. Oh, thank you so much for not ripping me off. Yeah. That's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Yeah, so $100 donation. Call right now, 866-730-4921 if you'd like to get that incentive. Yeah. That's 866-730-4921.
The Morning Invasion.
Happy National Clean Out Your Fridge Day, everybody.
Oh, dude. Whew.
When's the last time you cleaned out your fridge?
Tomorrow's trash day, so it's going to happen because yesterday I was rummaging around for stuff and realized, oh, I still have some rose garden in there from before my trip.
Oh, yummy.
Yeah. Some, cashew chicken that is not really,
That sounds great.
Yeah. It was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's the worst when you open up your fridge and you're like, oh no, there's something, something's rotting in there. I don't know what it is. I guess it's time.
I think that's why probably there are coyotes rummaging around in my neighborhood right now. That's a true story. Last night we came home from Bryce, coyotes in our hood.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it before.
Really? Seriously?
Yeah. Like
I see them all the time.
on our street.
Well, you hear them all the time.
Yeah. Never seen them like actually kicking it, and then it was like, oh, they are bold.
Yeah.
We have a lot of trash right now. We're gonna take that trash out.
Yeah, man. That's coyotes, man. They're so smart. Yep, today is National Clean Out Your Fridge Day.
Okay.
What's the oldest thing you've got in your fridge is a question that they threw out there on Reddit, and a bunch of people shared what they had on their fridges, and I got the best ones for you.
Oh, man.
All right.
I have stuff in my fridge. I can think of one thing in my fridge that I've had since Waverly came through on a tour once before Matt lived here.
Oh, my gosh. So that was...
But it's like, this is going to sound really weird.
Almost 4 years ago?
Yeah, like 4 or 5 at least. No, older than that. We brought it from the old house.
Yeah.
It's just sentimental and I can't toss it.
That's so weird.
I'm not even going to say what it is.
I kind of understand
I'm not going to say what it is.
All
it's
right.
in a mason jar and we created it. And I'm like, this is staying here forever. Forever.
Okay. I can think of all like the ketchup and mustard and that kind of stuff, the condiments and stuff. I kind of feel like those are the ones that probably are just years old. Like,
your kids not like condiments?
But there's some. I'm not saying like just the ketchup or mustard, but like there's like those sauces that you like buy that you try once and you're like, it's all right. You never try again. It just sits in the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
Christy's gluten-free soy sauce.
Yeah.
Because like regular soy sauce we go through regularly. Gluten-free soy sauce?
No.
It's like, no, man, that's all you. And she rarely uses that one because it's so gross.
Here's some of the best ones. I cleaned out my parents' refrigerator last year and found a few commemorative cans of beer from the 1996 Atlanta Olympics.
Oh my gosh.
The 1996.
That is a 22-year-old can,
oh
man.
my gosh.
You gotta get rid of that.
All right. Here's the last packet of roasted salsa from Taco Bell from 2010. Yep.
How many times have you like used something and then had to go back and look at the label and realized, oh, like I mentioned sauerkraut. I've actually done that with sauerkraut, which is difficult to like figure out if it's good or bad because sauerkraut.
Yep.
But it can go bad, guys.
Yeah.
It can.
Yeah. Here's one. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it's wrapped in foil and has been there for long enough that, well, I'm not sure I can take it in a fight. Amazing. How many things do you just wrap up and kind of throw in your fridge, you know?
I can think of 2 different Blake's Lottaburger breakfast burritos in my fridge right now. I can see them just wrapped up in their wrapper.
Ugh.
I'm never going to eat them again. They're so old. I got to clean up my fridge today.
Yeah, it's National Clean Out Your Fridge Day. So we're going over some of the things that people posted online, the oldest things in their fridges. Someone said, 5-year frozen whole possum with a tire tread mark on it.
Okay. No.
Gross. All right, this is the one I've cleaned out of my fridge before. When you get, veggies and fruits and you keep them in the crisper and you kind of forget about them, what happens? They turn pretty soggy, right? Here's a wet, soggy cucumber. It's almost decomposed and has brown liquid all around it.
Oh, gosh.
I've been there. I've done that. You pull it out and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oldest thing in your fridge, just to name a few. Clean out your fridge today, guys. Clean it out. It's disgusting. There's nothing better than a clean fridge, though. When you clean off, the trays and you can actually see through them. That's actually glass. That's actually glass, guys. Like, wow, that's cool. It is Star Week, and we're asking for your support. If you guys want to jump on board, become a superstar, we're going to treat you like a superstar for a week. It's your own week when you become a superstar, and that's $88 a month.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to let you record a message. You can pretty much say whatever you want.
Say what you need to say.
And you can give shout-outs to people, shout birthdays, stuff like maybe you want to just do a message, a 20-second message talking about how great your wife or your husband is. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
We'll also put a picture of you up in the studio, and we're going to hook you up with a bunch of swag.
Heck yeah.
So be a superstar, $88 a month. Jump on board.
And you can do that online as well, star88.fm.
Be a
if you
superstar
want to
online?
sign up, for a monthly gift, $88. You don't have to call in.
It's beautiful.
But you should, because poor Daniel and Heidi, they come here early, and then I love how, like, noon, we're like, oh, gosh, so late, guys. Peace, we're out.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Daniel's like, cool, man, my show's till 6 p.m., but
yeah,
they're just here manning the phones.
You know?
It's playing app games.
Right.
Because nobody's calling. So you got to call.
Got to call, guys. Let's keep them busy. 866-730-4921. And if you got questions, you want them to go over the incentives, they can do that for you. We got a lot. We got Wolf Creek ski area passes, guys. You want to go up to Wolf Creek? It's a $144 donation.
Incredible.
Oh, somebody took the Amber Lynn plaque.
Yep, Amber Lynn plaque gone yesterday.
Oh, man.
The irony. Steven bought it. Not Steven, but Steven.
I know,
Different
right?
Steven.
I looked, I'm like, wait,
Steven
what?
bought it.
What if it was and he just
He
changed his
he's
last
like-
name? He's like, this is Stephen William? Hi, guys, this is Stephen William. I bet he did. He
It's like, I just want
people.
people to know that we're still real and relevant since we're doing a comeback show.
Yeah, right. Because he even told us when he was in the studio the other day, he's like, yeah, he had 2 of them and he gave one to his dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you could see the look on his face like, I don't really want to give this away, but I guess, all right.
I guess I'll do it for the station.
He
'cause I
totally
love the
bought it,
station.
didn't he?
He probably bought it for himself.
Oh my gosh.
We should be like, hey, make
all right.
sure you sign that to yourself.
Right?
Oh, man. We're talking about how it's National Clean Out Your Fridge Day. Somebody chimed in and said, when a group of my guy friends moved together in college, someone made them a pot of spaghetti. It sat in their fridge for so long that when they finally took it out, it had rotted through the bottom of the metal pan.
Oh!
There was a legit hole in the bottom of the pan, and the shelf of the fridge had started to decay as well.
Oh my gosh!
Stop it.
No way!
College, bro. I mean,
No
things like that happen.
way.
Things like that happen.
Oh my gosh!
Somebody else said, luckily, the only thing in my fridge is water and bagels. Poor Pat. Last night they did tacos, and they used the sour cream. Wife ate her first taco last night before actually checking on it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Pat tasted the sour cream before he made his taco. Yeah, it was bad.
Oh,
She
gosh.
didn't notice it, but
Ugh.
yeah. Got to clean out that fridge.
You got to clean
man.
out that fridge, you guys. You got to clean it out. You know what I'm saying?
Here's a good question, though. Curmudgeon wants to know, how do you know when sour cream is bad? Because it's sour cream.
You can tell when it's bad. It's
Yeah,
got
you
that
can.
funky smell, you know?
Oh, man. Oh,
All
gosh.
All right. Give Heidi and Daniel a call. 866-730-4921. If you love the station,
Heck yeah.
support it, man. Whatever you guys can give, that is amazing. But we got a lot of incentives. Take advantage of them before they're all gone. 866-730-4921 or online at star88.fm. Big show today. We got a lot to talk about. Some Thanksgiving stuff on the way. Rio Rancho Public Schools, they approved something. Armed guards, guys.
Oh, what? APS, dude?
Yeah, uh-huh. Oh, you know, I almost forgot. It's Thursday. B-Nix will be in as well.
That's right.
3 Degrees coming up with B-Nix at 7. Excited for that. All right, we'll take a quick break. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Hang out with us.
As a Christian, you have a hope to share. With more, here's Matt Chandler on a Star 88 PowerPoint.
I want to argue that the only way to look at and take very seriously where we fall short is to see what God actually says in the text is true about us. And only then when we see that can we look at the very serious reality that we have fallen short of the glory of God. So I'm not trying to say falling short of the glory of God does not matter. It matters a whole bunch. You need only look to the cross of Jesus Christ and the reality of hell to see how serious God is about sin and falling short of the glory of God. I'm saying that the path to the fullness of life is found not in realizing that you have fallen short alone, but rather how God sees you and how God has asked us to see one another. And the reason I'm saying that is because the you in this text, that you are the salt, you are the light, you is emphatic and restrictive.
That's Matt Chandler on a Star 88 PowerPoint.
Lately I've been reeling, watching the nightly news. Don't seem to find the rhythm, just wanna sing the blues. Feels like a song that never stops. Feels like it's never gonna. Gotta get that fire back in my bones before my heart turns into stone. So when somebody please pass the megaphone, I'll shout it on the count of 3. Oh, hear my prayer tonight. I'm singing to the sky. Give me strength to raise my voice. Let me testify. Oh, hear my prayer tonight. 'Cause this is do or die. The time has come to make a choice. And I choose. Let it move. Let it move. Let it move. Yeah, I choose. Let it move you. Let it move. Let it move. Back when I was younger, my eyes were full of life. But now that I am older, I live at the speed of light. Feels like the cycle never stops. Feels like it's never gonna. Gotta get that fire back in my bones before my heart turns into stone. So when somebody please pass the megaphone, I'll shout it on the count of 3. Oh, hear my prayer tonight. I'm singing to the sky. Give me strength to raise my voice. Let me testify. Oh, hear my prayer tonight. 'Cause this is do or die. The time has come to make a choice. And I choose. Let it move. Let it move. Let it move. Yeah, I joy, 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 joy down in my heart to stay. Joy, 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 joy down in my heart to stay.
Really wish Joel would quit bragging about being at Disneyland and
Yeah,
stuff.
bro,
you
we
know?
get it. Splash Mountain, so
Pretty cool. Yeah, I get it. Your life is
No
so
wonder
great.
He's got the joy, joy, joy.
So
He's at the
great.
happiest place on earth right,
Right?
now. Just bragging.
Gosh.
Look at me and my wife, Mariah Peters. Love that dude so much.
For King and Country, it's Joy on Star 88, 639.
High today of 54 degrees.
Yes, it is, huh? Ooh.
You know what? I'm already used to it being cold, and I love it. Let's just move somewhere where it's cold always.
No.
No? Okay.
Not this cold.
I got a cool jacket though, and I just love sporting it.
Yeah, 54 I'm okay with, but it's getting up in the morning and it's so cold, and you're sitting in your car trying to get it warm, and you're just dying. I have to run to. When I get here, I run from my car to the front door because I'm just dying. Can't do it anymore, man. Anyways, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's Thursday. We got today and tomorrow of Star Week.
That's right.
And we do this once a year where we ask you guys to jump on board and help us fund the next year in 2019. So thank you to everybody so far that's called in this morning, keeping Daniel and Heidi busy. 866-730-4921. That's the number to call and take advantage of some of these incentives that are going pretty quick, man.
Heck yeah. The reason we're doing it, we're a listener-supported station. For those that are joining us maybe on Twitch or on YouTube or just streaming us on our app, wherever you're joining us from, we're an FM station here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And we're listener-supported. We do this once a year. We ask for your help to get us through 2019 this year, you know?
Yeah.
And we could use it, bro. We could use it, so.
Yeah, we got the Christmas Road Show. We got a pair of tickets. You planning on going? Here's what's cool about it. You donate $75 to Star 88, and we'll give you a pair of tickets to the Christmas Road Show.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
We got a ton of stuff, dude. We got the Boba Tea Suck Bucks, if you're a fan of boba. And the cool thing is it's all matched dollar for dollar this year. So, like, say you want to go to Wolf Creek Ski and you want to get a pair of lift tickets. It's going to be $144 for you to get a pair of lift tickets from Wolf Creek Ski. But they're like, hey, if somebody donates that amount of money, we'll hook you up with Wolf Creek Ski tickets because we love Star 88. And we're like, hey, good news. Yep. We do too.
Right?
So,
yeah, shout out to Skylar, Brad, and Joanna for jumping on board, getting those Wolf Creek
we should
ski
jump
passes.
on that, bro. We should go snowboarding
I'm
this
going
year.
this year,
we
man,
say
with
it
the
every
Petersons.
year.
I'm going to go.
Are you really, though?
Yeah.
Are we really going to go?
I just need somebody in the Starmie to let me borrow their board and boots.
I got a board.
You got a board for me?
No, I mean, if we go together, I'm going to need to use my board. But I don't have an extra board.
Somebody could donate one. That'd be cool. Also, maybe you like tattoos. Our friend April May, Good Fortune Tattoo.
Yeah, dude.
She's donating.
She's donating a tattoo.
It's just $90 donation gets you a tattoo.
Yeah, 3-inch by 3-inch design, whatever you want. She said she'd just throw down a tat for you.
It's amazing.
That's the start of one. I love April May. She's good people.
Lots and lots and lots of incentives. 866-730-4921. Again, it's 866-730-4921. Or you can go and donate online at star88.fm.
What's going on in the news today?
Michael Avenatti has been taken into custody by police in Los Angeles on suspicion of domestic violence.
Winter is here.
It is the first significant storm of the season.
Over 80 million people under some type of winter alert.
Terror rages on in California.
Hundreds still unaccounted for.
Defense Secretary Mattis is at the border in Texas.
In Tijuana, the first of the migrant caravan has made it to the border.
President Trump striking a bipartisan tone, throwing his support behind legislation on prison sentence reform that's backed by members of both parties.
Authorities are investigating a mysterious death at Ohio University after Colin Wyant, an 18-year-old freshman, was found unresponsive in this off-campus apartment on Monday.
CNN versus Trump, a hearing in a U.S. District Court in Washington taking place.
This comes after the White House removed Jim Acosta's press pass.
The Harlem man who won New York's largest jackpot has now claimed his prize,
worth a record $343.8 million.
Great. Who got shot?
Nobody got shot.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
I just like playing those clips. They're
I know.
fun.
We're just, I mean, we live in New Mexico. It's like the Wild West. You never know what's going to happen. Just making sure, bro. Making sure.
So, here's some local news coming out of Rio Rancho. On Monday morning, the Rio Rancho Public Schools Board of Education voted 4-1 to approve arming security guards. Now, you know me, I'm all about guns, you know?
Okay.
I'm all about being able to have the right to own one.
I mean, yes, I agree with that part.
I'm all about
all about guns.
Shooting.
I've never seen you fire a weapon before.
Well, I mean, because, I don't live in Montana anymore and I don't have guns.
We should go to Calibers.
Oh, yeah. That's been a while since I've been there.
I know. I
Yeah.
took my wife for our anniversary.
That's
And
right.
then I was like,
Yeah.
this is why I will always love her. She's a better shot than I am.
Yeah. Yeah, they approved it. So there you go. Let's see. The board president, Ramon Montano, voted against the long-discussed measure. He told the Rio Rancho Observer that he preferred waiting for the insurance brokers' best practices standards for school security personnel to align with the RRPS decision, Rio Rancho Public Schools decision. So, yeah, approved. They're going to arm the guards. And I think there's been some stories that have come out, I think this year already, that there was somebody going into a school, and because the security guards were armed, they were able to take down the shooter. Man, you know, I'm all about it, man. You know, and as long as they are trained to properly, you know, handle a gun, like you need some training, man. So that's where I'm at. If you're gonna arm these people, they better know how to use a gun. You know?
Yeah, I'm trying to find a tweet our boy David Myers sent out. I can't find it. It was basically the fact that as we look at our culture and have to arm teachers, churches, schools, and all these different places, really speaks ill of our society right now. I'm not saying we shouldn't, because obviously
I see what you're saying.
Safety is most definitely a concern in public school and everywhere. But the fact that we are now having to arm people at Sunday school or at APS or whatever, public school systems.
That's sad, right? It's so sad.
It's sad. I remember in high school, I worked at a place called Hollywood Video. And do you remember this was back in the 90s, it was few and far between, at least then.
Yeah.
There was a shooting at a Hollywood Video. People died. And I remember going to work the next evening and there being an armed APD police officer out front. And it helped, but it was still terrifying because there's a dude with a gun. And I'm like, man, I'm working at a place where right now there's a need for a police officer with a firearm.
Did it not make you feel safe? at all?
No, it
Really?
totally made me feel safe.
Oh, it did?
Oh
Good.
yeah, absolutely. There's a police officer out front of my work.
Yeah.
Chances are we're good. It was still crazy to me in my brain that, dang, dude, I'm working at a place that has to have
Right.
an armed police officer because people are crazy.
Right. Yeah, I picked
So-
up this past weekend when I was Ubering. I picked up a guy, and somehow we started talking about school shootings, and he grew up in Compton.
Oh, okay.
And he said, this is strange to me with the whole like arming the securities right now, because they've been doing this in Compton since he was in school, which he was like, I think he was in his 50s.
Mhm.
So like, you know, he's like 70s or 80s when he was in school in Compton. And he said the gangs were so bad, they had metal detectors and they had armed security guards. That was like what they had growing up in Compton, because
Right.
school shootings
the
were
norm.
so, it was the norm. So, but now we're just seeing across the board, just across the country, we're seeing so many school shootings every single day that, man, I'm okay if, I'm okay with arming these guards so they can protect these kids. I'm all right with that.
That's the question is, as a parent or maybe a teacher listening or whatever, does it make you feel safer knowing that there will be armed guards at your kid's school?
As long as I know that they're
maybe,
trained.
Maybe you or a student, like, do you feel safer knowing, hey, there's going to be an armed guard at your school?
Right. And I've lived in a couple different neighborhoods around town, and there's been a couple times where I've lived next to somebody that was a police officer because they'd have their car parked out in front of the house. And I always loved that because it made me in some way feel safe that I lived next to a cop, because most likely some guy's probably going to be like, I'm not going in that neighborhood.
I mean, although if you live next to a cop, chances are they're going to break into your house and not his house.
And you know
what I'm
what?
saying?
Maybe, yeah. But
Somebody said, I think it sets up for a quick and easy transition to martial law. Ooh.
Martial law. Starmy, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Doing good, man.
Well, when Steve was talking about the Hollywood shootings and all that,
Yeah, man.
when I was in high school, they took us to the state penitentiary in Santa Fe for a field trip. But anyways, when we're walking there, there's a Hollywood killer, and there's a vato that went and
No
did
way.
shootings at the Hollywood video shops, huh? And it gave me like a little bit of chills. Going on that field trip, I wasn't a bad kid, but I like to get into mischief, I guess, and it kind of set me straight. Going to that,
scared
on that
straight,
field trip
right?
over there.
Yeah, that's you know what? Props to that
do
school,
that
man.
anymore? Unfortunately, it seems like everybody's a cream puff, and it's like I don't think parents would like sign up
As
for
a
their
field
kids to
trip?
go to a field trip to like the state pen.
That's what every school should do,
Right?
Like every year, a field trip to the jail.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Here's
I love
what
that.
it's really like.
Yeah,
So-
I love that you said, like it set you straight. It's like, oh man, I don't want to end up here.
Yeah,
I don't want to ever end up in there.
There you go.
Love it.
Dude.
Thanks for sharing, man.
Well, guys, you guys have a good one.
All
Take
right.
care.
man.
Be safe.
Bueno, bye.
Yeah, or have why don't they take some of the inmates that did bad things and then take them to the schools?
No, that's,
and they can
no.
talk to the kids.
That's
Okay,
not, that's not how it works. No. Emma says the issue I've had working at APS is elementary schools should have security officers, not just middle school and high school. Rio Rancho does that. APS does not.
Yeah.
So it seems like just about everybody's like, yes, please. Please give the people at my school a gun, please. So
Yeah, I'm wondering too, like if you put it out there, like here in APS or Rio Rancho schools, if you put it out there as like, hey, any former military people, some veterans out there that might need jobs, maybe they want to volunteer their time because maybe they're at that place in their life where they don't need that paycheck anymore.
Yeah.
What if it was like getting them?
But isn't there a reason why they're retired? Do you really want them?
Well, I mean, you definitely have to put them through training to make sure that they're able to, protect the
You don't
school.
even want them driving.
Yeah, not that old. I just wonder how many of those people out there would jump on it, because we're always talking about how a lot of these veterans come home and they can't even get a job.
No, I know.
You know?
The way you phrased it in the beginning, I'm thinking like my grandfather.
Yeah, like an 85-year-old retiree.
Right.
Like he's not doing anything.
He doesn't need a paycheck anymore.
Strap a gun on him.
Let's give him a gun and
throw
put him in
front
charge
of school.
8-year-olds. Caitlin says maybe replace sex ed with jail field trips.
I love that, man. I think it's great. Well, you should definitely have both. I mean, why not, man?
Yeah.
I think it's great. Yeah, I wonder if they still do that. Have you ever seen that Scared Straight reality show that they have?
I remember it. I never watched
where
it.
these
I was
kids
weirded out by it.
The parents volunteer their kids that are just they're on that road to go to prison, and they basically hand them over to the system, and they spend a day in prison just seeing what it's like and talking to these other guys that have been in there, and they come out crying. These are these tough kids that act all tough, and then they come out crying at the end. I'm sorry, Mom. I'll never do it again.
Man. D-Row on Twitch says the only way to stop bad people with guns is good, trained people with guns.
Amen. I love that.
Amen.
That's what I'm talking about. Got to make sure these security guards, hopefully here in Rio Rancho, these armed guards, they have that training.
Yep.
They know how to use a weapon.
Yeah, because hopefully you're right. Hopefully it will deter somebody from doing something stupid because they recognize the fact that now there will be armed guards.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's still great. Guys, it's still nutty to me that in our society today, that's where we're at, where we just need armed guards everywhere.
Yep.
Guys, we just because it's so bad with violence and shootings, we're just going to have armed security guards everywhere.
Did you see, there was an article that I found the other day, and it was a report that came out that 27 shooters, and 26 out of the 27 didn't have fathers.
Whoa.
Yep. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I think a lot of that, whether you grew up without a mom or a dad, or all the medication that's, doctors are prescribing kids, or maybe the kids aren't on any medication. I mean, there's so many factors that play into it. I get it.
Undiagnosed or
exactly. Yeah. But that's crazy, right? Yeah. It's so sad, man. But we got to do something, and I'm glad that Rio Rancho is stepping up to keep our kids safe. If you'd like to chime in, 505-338-3700, or you can text in. What's the live line?
505-585-LIVE. If you want to text in, that's 505-585-5483. Text into the show. Be a part of it.
Yeah, and we're live on Twitch and YouTube. Just go and search Star 88 FM, and you guys can watch and hang out with us. So shout out to Emma8387. What's up? Let's see. Earl, what's going on? Thebes, good morning. Hanging out on YouTube, and then our Twitch people, good morning. Dento, how you doing, man? Let's see. Landed JMV. Okay, I can't read that.
Dude, a lot of schools in these parts actually have armed guards already. Hope
Really?
Christian School. Yeah.
Beautiful. Good.
Yeah, first line of defense at the front door.
Good.
If they were to come with the wrong motive. All of their our guards were former state police. And then security in Rio Rancho, mostly retired police or military.
Nice.
We have armed guards at banks, jewelry stores, courthouses. Even all the politicians, including the ones for much more stringent gun control, are guarded by armed security, somebody said. Why does everybody act like the world is falling apart when we look to protect our kids? Oh, I think it's very smart. It's very wise that this is happening.
Yep.
It just sucks that that's where we're at in a society.
Yeah,
that we
it's sad.
have
It really
to have people with weapons looking over our children because of how chaotic our culture is right now.
Yeah.
So,
all right, we got to take another break. It is Star Week, and Daniel and Heidi are taking your phone calls. Shout out to everybody so far that has called in to support Star 88 in the new year. 866-730-4921. Again, it's 866-730-4921. Give them a call. Some amazing incentives. We'll talk to B-Nix about some of those when we come back. 3 degrees, guys. It's Thursday. It's coming up next, live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios.
It's the season of giving, and we're bringing an early gift to town. Compassion Live presents the Roadshow Christmas Tour, featuring Matthew West, Matt Maher, Building 429, Plum,
It's beginning to look a lot.
Josh Wilson, and introducing Leanna Crawford. Come celebrate the joy of Christmas with us. The Roadshow Christmas, Saturday, December 8th, 6 p.m. at the Santa Ana Star Center in Rio Rancho, and Sunday, December 9th at 6 p.m. at the Pan Am Center in Las Cruces. No more long lines at the door. All reserved seating now. VIP tickets with special meet and greet also available at the RoadshowChristmasTour.com. The Roadshow Christmas Tour with Matthew West, Matt Maher, Building 429, Plum, Josh Wilson, and Leanna Crawford, produced by Compassion Live.
This is a fresh thought. Listen up to Levi Lusko.
Inside you, there's this old nature that used to be in charge before you followed Jesus and you used to do everything you felt like doing. But then the day came when you gave your life to Christ, and the Bible says it's a new birth. God gave you a new spirit on the inside, and there's a new man. There's an old man and a new man, an old woman and a new woman, an old you and a new you. So you got the new you, and the new you can listen to God and can do things like that He wants you to do. But the problem is that old nature is still there, and it will still be there till heaven. And the Christian life is all about learning to live in the Spirit and not in the flesh. To live as that new man and not as that old man. And so that's the rub. That's the difficult. It's all about is that's the most difficult part.
For more fresh thoughts, go to LeviLusko.com. This is Star 88 at 88.3 FM, KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and online at star88.fm.
I stopped at the gate, thinking I don't deserve to pass through after all the mistakes that I've made. Oh, but I heard a whisper as heaven bent down, said, child, don't you know that the first will be last and the last get a crown? And now I'm just a beggar in the presence of a king. I wish I could bring so much more, but if it's true, you use broken things, then here I am, Lord, I'm all yours. Tell me it's true, that it's never the perfect, it's always the ones with the scars that you use. Oh, it's the rebels and the prodigals, it's the humble and the weak, all the misfit heroes you chose. Tell me there's hope for sinners like me. And now just a beggar in the presence of a king. I wish I could bring so much more, There's a seat at the table just waiting for you. So come on inside.
Matthew West, Broken Things, Star 88, 702.
High today at 54 degrees.
Let's talk turkey.
Gobble, gobble. The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Ooh, whoa.
What was that?
I don't know, but I kind of liked it. Good morning, Brian Nixon.
Dex, Steve-O, it is so great to be with you guys this morning. Beautiful morning.
Yeah, I missed you, man.
Well, we missed you. I missed you last week because, well, we had a recording. And the week before that, I think I had like a little procedure on my head or something of that nature.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're back together.
We back.
And on an important date, because here's the reality, gents. We need people to call this morning. And here's the reason why. Supporting your local Christian radio station is vital, not only for the health of the particular station, but the health of our community. And when you support local Christian radio, you are supporting a lifeline to many, many people who listen. I can't tell you, I think I mentioned this on Monday morning, fellas, that there's not a week that goes by that I don't hear from someone who says, hey, I listened to The Morning Invasion, and I hear you every now and then on The Morning Invasion. And I go, yeah, it's cool. And I say, you know, Dex and Steve-O are doing a fabulous job.
Appreciate that, man.
You know, you make the morning fun. You make it enlightening and interesting. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But here's the reality. If we want to keep great programming like you guys are offering, people need to call in. They need to call in and support Christian radio. And I know, you know, there's a lot of things going on in the world. And you know, some people would say, well, I have limited funds. Do I help people who are affected by fires? Do I help, you know, Christian radio? And you have to be led of the Lord in each of those situations. But my advice is to pray about it and pray about supporting Star 88 on a regular basis, because it's worth it. It is, you're investing in kingdom work. So what's the number they're going to call?
That's 866-730-4921. 1-866-730-4921. You can also jump online, star88.fm, if you'd like to donate online. It's easy. It's real easy.
Now, aren't there some things left that people get if they donate at certain levels?
You kidding me? Wolf Creek ski passes, guys. Come on, man.
That's the one.
We got quite a few of these left.
Okay,
you know?
so let's do that. So let's make it our goal that someone has to give this hour for Wolf Creek ski passes. What do they just have to give anything, or is there a set amount? Or
well, the cool thing is we've had a lot of businesses come in and say, hey, we're going to match you guys dollar for dollar. So like Mark Pardo Salon, they gave us $50 gift cards.
Nice.
And so we're like, hey, with the donation of $50, you get a $50 gift card to Mark Pardo Salon. A couple of people have already taken those up. In fact, we only have 3 left from the Mark Pardo Salon gift card. So yeah, $50. So or
$144 for the Wolf Creek ski.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe you want to go big. Wolf Creek ski, $144. We got a pair of Wolf Creek tickets for you guys, and if you're a snowboarder or skier, you know they're pretty pricey to get out there to snowboard, and so you're helping your favorite morning show, your favorite station, your favorite ministry, and you're going to get out and hit the slopes at the same time. Or maybe you're somebody who's like, dude, I'm kind of strapped, but I feel God calling me to give something. Every dollar helps. We've got exclusive Star 88 t-shirts that we just got yesterday from Ink Theory. Brand new Star 88 design. Black. Yeah, dude, they're pretty dope. I dig it. $10. I know, right? $10 for a Star 88 t-shirt, and you get like the super fresh logo. We've never done it like this, where it's like literally our logo on black. I dig it. So anyways.
beautiful.
So people need to call. What is the number people call?
866-730-4921.
That guy's just on the ball.
That guy knows when
jumps
to jumps in, man.
So
That's amazing.
Yeah, dude.
But in all seriousness, you know, we need folks to be calling in this hour and every hour, but specifically this hour, because I remember last year, fellas, the phones were ringing off the hook. And the reason being is because we had these sushi dates that remember?
Yeah.
People would call and they would give.
People wanted to go on dates with us.
And then we went on, I don't know, 6 to 8 days.
Yeah. And those were so much fun.
They were so much fun. We got to meet so many great individuals. And remember, one fella all the way from California gave, and then as he was driving through the state, he stopped and had dinner with us. He's a scientist.
Cool. I loved it.
He was a scientist. He is a scientist from California.
You guys remember his name?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It was
Dr. Brunson.
That's right.
Dr.
Brunson.
He was awesome. All of them were awesome. We met an artist. We met a lot of interesting people during our time. So though we're not doing that this year.
We have one date.
We do?
With Dex and I.
Wow.
ABQ axe throwing. Yeah, we just figured you're a pacifist and you really don't like
No, I
hurting
went through an axe.
You went through an axe.
I went through an axe.
You went through an axe.
I could talk. I would go to an axe factory to learn about how they make axes, probably.
Right? Yeah. Those are called factories.
Yeah, factories.
I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
So we need people to call. What's that number one more time?
866-730-4921. It's 866-730-4921. You call right now. Heidi and Daniel will take your call. If you want the incentives, you have to call. If you just want to donate, star88.fm. You just go to the website, and it's super easy to do it.
And here's the thing. Wouldn't it be fun if someone gives some money and then we put them on air and they tell us why they're giving?
Be pretty
why,
cool.
why it's important to support Christian radio. So we think someone should give some support to Star 88, and then let's try to get them on the radio and hear from them why.
And here's the thing. We got to jump into 3 degrees, but before we do, here's it. We've been a part of this station for what? I mean, I've been here 15 years. We've been doing this morning show for the last 3 years. We're a trusted ministry. I would say you can trust Dex and I to wake you up in the morning, to get you going.
Put that pressure on me,
hey,
bro.
maybe you're going through something. You can text in. You can call in. We're always here to help you through things. B-Nix always comes in with his big old brain, and we have a really good time on Thursday mornings with 3 degrees. You can trust that that's going to happen every Thursday at 7 a.m.
Yes.
You can trust this. And in this culture, unfortunately, not a lot of times can you trust that. Do you remember the story of the homeless dude in New Jersey that helped that couple, right, with his last 20?
Oh, yeah.
He gave him gas, and they started a GoFundMe, and it raised hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the couple wouldn't give up the money, and they're suing and all this. Well, guess what?
Oh, is there a...
I've got an even worse update.
Oh, no. Been wondering about this story.
The New Jersey couple and homeless Philadelphia man, who were seriously the symbol of generosity for about 8 seconds back then, are now all facing charges.
The couple is?
Yeah. The original story was Johnny, the homeless dude, gave his last $20 to the stranded motorists in Philly in November last year to help get him gas. They thanked him. They were so stoked on this homeless dude's generosity. They started a GoFundMe account. It brought him more than $400,000. But then all of a sudden they started investigating because the guy, homeless guy, was like, I'm not getting any of the money. What's going on? They started checking into the couple who was buying all this lavish stuff.
Yeah, going on vacations. Yeah.
Well, guess what? Turns out,
what's going to happen?
The 3 of them are actually friends.
No way.
And they totally made it all up
No
to
way.
con
No
everyone.
way. Are
No
you kidding
way.
me? Is that no way?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
They're all 3 friends?
Yeah.
It was
What?
a setup. It was a farce.
It was
Oh my
total
gosh.
farce.
No way.
Setup.
That's sad.
Oh
Sad.
my
but
gosh.
here's the good
Yeah.
news, guys.
Yeah.
Listeners of Star 88.
Yeah.
Dex and Steve-O aren't farces.
We're not a farce. We
They're-
really are broke ministry-minded
They
people.
really
Blown
are
away
guys.
right now.
Dude, right?
That's like a movie.
It's way worse than we thought.
Right? It's like I was just thinking, like, oh, he's gonna say the couple went to jail. Like they're gonna go. No, it's like they're all 3 going to jail now.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's in trouble.
Remember, even Amazon GoFundMe said we'll give him the money anyways.
Yes.
So
The homeless guy.
Oh my god.
The homeless
It's terrible.
guy.
Oh.
Terrible.
Yeah, they could both be indicted.
There's a moral in that
yeah.
story, of course. You always have to investigate.
Yeah, 3 can keep a secret if 2 are dead.
Yeah.
That's the moral of the story. 3 can keep a secret if 2 are dead.
Oh my god!
It's in Proverbs.
Yep.
That's actually not in Proverbs, guys. Don't listen to me. Don't listen.
But
to
you
me.
do need to give a call.
Yeah.
To our station.
Yeah, that's
to
right.
lend your support, where the money will actually be going for ministry, not for vacations.
And I got to say, before we get into 3 degrees, shout out to Jeremy and shout out to Mark, who both picked up a pair of passes
No
to
way!
Wolf.
Nice, Jeremy and Mark.
About.
So,
Rock on, guys.
Yep.
Rock on.
Big
Thank you.
shout out
Thank
to
you for that.
James, who also jumped on board, wanted to get himself a T-shirt, but gave
Thanks, James.
well above and beyond
Thanks,
the
James.
T-shirt.
That's
so.
awesome.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
Thanks,
dude.
guys. Thanks
Yeah.
for beckoning the call.
Yeah.
Those phones were dry when I walked in. Let's get those phones ringing.
Yeah.
what's that number again, gents?
That's 1-866. That's 1-866-730-4921. 866-730-4921.
Do
Call
it, guys. Call now. All right. So we're just going to take a quick break, Brian.
Yeah,
okay?
real quick.
When we come back, we'll kick off 3 degrees. I know you got a bunch of good stuff. We might even talk cloning, guys.
We may.
It's going to be a big hour. So
All right.
call the number 866-730-4921. Get in on these incentives before they're all gone. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Todd Nettleton, and this is the Voice of the Martyrs Radio. Growing up in North Korea, Kyung-ja faced countless hardships, starvation, labor camps, even torture. When asked how she survived, she joyfully proclaims, "I know that it was God who helped me through." By God's grace, she and her children escaped. Now in South Korea, they worship and attend church freely, without fear of persecution. But many of their family and friends are still in North Korea, facing physical hardships as well as spiritual starvation. Kyung-ja says she prays for them every day, that they will come to know true freedom in Jesus, freedom no dictator can take away. I hope you'll join her in that prayer.
I will not let my brothers and sisters suffer in silence, nor will I let them serve alone. To hear the rest of Kyung-ja's story, go to vomradio.net.
A Stardy 8 Supernova. Here's Rick Warren.
The motivation behind conviction is God loves you and wants to help you be better. The motivation behind condemnation is Satan hates your guts and wants to make you miserable. When God speaks to you about an area in your life for conviction, he's very specific. Condemnation is general, conviction is specific. God will come to you and he'll point out an area and he'll say, Rick, you were prideful just then. It's very specific. Rick, you were impatient. Or you got angry. Or you're resentful. Or you're jealous. Or you lied just now, or you exaggerated, or whatever. He will give you a very specific area of your life, point out an area that's out of whack. And then he gives you a solution. You confess it, you admit it, you say, God, I admit it, I was wrong, please help me change, and bingo, the conviction feeling leaves instantly.
Catch Rick Warren's Daily Hope on KNKT 107.1 weekdays at 7:30 a.m. The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Good morning, mi amigos.
¿Cómo estás?
Brian Nixon. Good morning.
Dex, Steve-O, great to be with you. And that was the first fun 15 minutes because we got to brag on the radio station a little bit.
Yeah, and the phones blew up, man.
Phones blew up. It was great. It was great. But we do need to get to some 3 degrees now.
Heck yeah, man.
So I'm going to go through these events pretty quickly because where I want to camp out, sadly, not sadly, but because that's where all the interest is on the deaths. Okay. So here we go. On this day, in 1492, the first mention of tobacco was listed. Yes, Christopher Columbus's crew discovered tobacco, and they wrote it down in their journals. And now a lot of people are addicted to tobacco.
Wow. So on this day, they wrote down death to billions of people.
That's exactly right.
So do you think it was the Native Americans?
Yes.
They had it?
Yeah,
of course.
unquestionably.
I always wonder, who's the that first person who tries, I'm going to put this plant and smoke it, or I'm going to try this mushroom, even though my friend over here died.
Right. I'm just going to eat this. It came from
Yeah.
underneath cow poop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we don't know, obviously, who the first person, because,
They're dead,
tobacco
yeah.
smoking in Native American culture
That's true.
was
Yeah, but like,
around.
when did they think of that? That's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
right. Yeah.
Was a
Who knows?
field on fire and they were like inhaling it and thinking,
I'm getting a buzz.
yeah,
Not
this
bad.
feels decent.
Yeah.
But we do now know that the first European crew that mentions it and talks about it, and that was with Christopher Columbus, and that happened in 1492.
Wow.
Okay, you ready?
Move over,
In
Marlboro
1620, Miles Standish, one of the pilgrims, he begins to explore Cape Cod.
Huh.
Yep. So
How would we know that dude was a pilgrim?
because he writes journals and we have the evidence.
No, I know, but I mean, you're like, he was a pilgrim, and like, throwing it out there as if we were all like, right, the pilgrim.
This is Miles Standish, guys.
I've never even heard of him.
He's one of the first English guys to come over and make an impact.
Why doesn't our school system teach us that?
They do. And you
maybe they do.
Here's the thing. America is a fascinating configuration of different cultures, of course.
Yeah.
We always talk about the East Coast, obviously founded by, England. And then you have the Deep South, founded by the French. And then you have the West, founded by the Spanish. And then you could even say, the Northwest, up through even Alaska, founded by the Russians. Or first Europeans to come over. But we all know that the Native Americans were here. And there were hundreds of thousands of Native Americans that were inhabited this land. And they had cultures, and they had cities, and there was a full area. So when we talk about, first mention of tobacco, we mean the first European mention of it.
Yeah.
We talk about Miles Standish, the Englishman, kind of going through Cape Cod. Well, the Native Americans were well aware of that area before, Miles Standish.
Right.
But here's something else, guys. On this day in 1869, free postal delivery was inaugurated. Yes.
Free?
Yep, free. It's
And then
called
we
the
abused
United
it.
States Postal Service.
Oh, that's awesome.
Began free service, which we use, to this day. Now, of course, we pay stamps and
What
everything
year was
else.
that?
1869.
Phoenix ain't nothing in this land free, bro.
That's
All
right.
Is it-
Someone's paying for
someone's
it.
Is
paying
it true that like
Taxes.
Wild Bill Hickok and Billy the Kid, they all worked for the Postal Service?
That's
they called
actually
them
where
the Young
the term,
Riders.
that's where the term going postal originated.
Exactly. Is that
Because
true?
then Billy
No.
the Kid went and killed
No.
people, and they were like, wow.
No, Billy-
Don't work for the post office.
Billy the Kid grew up in Silver City, New Mexico.
He did.
He got in trouble in Arizona, came back to New Mexico, went up to what we know as Lincoln County,
Yeah.
and then got in a whole heap of trouble.
Now, Silver City, did anybody know what the hot commodity was back in Billy the Kid's day and what they were?
Gold, bro.
No,
Duh.
no,
No.
they weren't mining gold.
They were copper and iron and
no,
other things.
No, I mean it's called Silver City, but come on, what's the big? Come on, anybody?
Guano.
Oh,
it was
bat
guano.
Oh, guano.
That's bat poop.
There it is, bat
So,
poop.
My
Okay,
mom was
guys,
born, so-
here's one that all gentlemen and some gals can appreciate. On this day in 1904, you ready?
I'm ready.
Gillette patents its mini razors.
The best a man can get.
Wow.
Yeah. Started. It was patented on this day in
Really?
1904.
You know what the funny thing is?
Those
You said-
small razors that we shave our face and ladies shave their legs.
I was gonna say you say some ladies. Chrissy, seriously, she keeps talking about writing a blog, starting a blog, and she wants to do one on razors because she continually uses mine because lady razors are the worst.
Yeah.
like they're terrible.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I mean, so.
Yep. So we have Gillette to thank for the mini
They were the
razors.
first?
Yeah, 1904. Okay, you ready for this one? Here's a little sad one. 1959. On this day, the Clutter family murders. These two drifters went into Kansas, killed a whole family, which is very sad and terrible. But it was turned into a best-selling book by what journalist / author?
1950s.
1959. He went on, became very influential. He also is the author who wrote Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So do you guys know? It
Morgan,
really started what we
Freeman.
now know as true crime
Detective.
not
really?
nonfiction. Yep.
It would be Frederick.
No, it's Truman Capote,
Truman,
guys.
darn it. I was
Truman
gonna go there
Capote.
next.
They
Darn
made a
it.
movie about him.
Yes,
Yeah.
Truman Capote. Which, by the way, that's a brilliant movie, and it was
Oh,
sad
really?
because it was what's
Yeah.
his name's last movie
Yep.
before he died.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
Yep.
No.
No, it was what's his name?
Yeah.
You know,
That guy.
Philip
Denzel
Seymour
Washington.
Hoffman.
That's right. Amazing
Come
movie.
on,
Hey,
guys.
guys, can I give you a little bit of trivia?
Yeah, I
You know
just
the
did.
typewriter
I do know of typewriters.
that you
yeah.
guys type the letters that we
the
haven't
Smith
got?
Corona.
The Smith Corona.
Huh?
We need people, by the way, to write us letters. 4001 Osuna Road, Northeast, Albuquerque 87109. But the name and brand of typewriter we type on every week when we get letters
Smith
is
Corona.
the same that Truman Capote typed.
No
on.
way. That's
yeah.
cool.
So he used a Smith Corona Electra 120, and that's what we use. We use a Smith Corona Electra 120 typewriter. So kudos to Truman Capote. Guys, on this day in 1969 was the largest Vietnam War demonstration. 2 million people take part.
Wow.
On this day in 1969. And here's something you guys need to watch. There's a fascinating documentary. I think it's on Netflix or it may be on Prime. I forgot which one. But it's a documentary surrounding Johnny Cash's visit to Richard Nixon's White House. And Richard Nixon wanted him to sing songs that kind of propagated a certain view towards Vietnam and America. Johnny Cash rebelled and he sang a song on truth. And then he started to speak out against, he was obviously a pro-American fella, Johnny Cash, to the core. But he also had some reservations as to what was going on in the nation. It's a fascinating documentary. It's Nixon and Johnny Cash. It just came out on Prime, and it deals with this demonstration.
Nice. I'm looking at some of the Google images, and man, alive at 2 million people.
2 million people. This day in
really
1969. All right. And then our last of events on this day in 1986, Beastie Boys released License to Ill.
Yeah!
Oh, man.
License to Ill. Oh.
I will never forget the first time. I can tell you where I was, which is really odd how you have certain events in your life. I can tell you exactly where I was and what I was doing when I first heard Fight for Your Right.
To party?
Yeah.
And Dex is going to give us just a little taste of that.
I can only
You
play
gotta
2
fight.
seconds, guys.
Two
I can
seconds.
only
Literally 2
play 2
seconds.
seconds.
Yeah. But
I was like
That's it.
a child, little child. I was playing with. Does anybody remember the Chuck Norris cartoon?
yeah.
What?
There's a Chuck Norris cartoon.
Really?
I was playing with the Chuck Norris action figure and the dude with nunchucks. I couldn't remember his name. And this came on MTV.
Yeah.
And it was like, what is not this song? Obviously, it was Fight for Your Right. So. I know you're playing it. I can say straight this water game. We can't do more than
You
that.
can't do more than
so,
that.
Yeah.
But License to Ill, I
Gosh.
remember where I was when this came out. I was a junior in high school.
Wow.
And here it was. It was big controversy that they opened up for Madonna. And I thought, man, what a mismatch. I was never a Madonna fan, by the way. So Madonna, I thought, Madonna, she doesn't deserve to be opening up for these guys. But License to Ill came out on this day in 1986.
One of my favorite albums they put out was the instrumental version album they put out. Did you guys ever have that?
No.
That was 32 years ago. You guys
Yeah.
realize that?
Isn't that crazy?
32 years
Isn't that crazy?
ago.
Yep. All right. So those were the events. Now we're going to get to a couple of births. And then we're going to, after our break, go to the deaths because there's a lot to talk about. So many well-known Christians happen to die on this day. But born on this day is our very own Georgia O'Keeffe.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Georgia O'Keeffe was born on this day. Wisconsin, she was born. She studied on the East Coast. She came to Texas as an art teacher. There she made her first trip to New Mexico. Fell in love with our beautiful state. She married Alfred Stieglitz there in New York, who ran a gallery. He was the fellow that kind of promoted modernism in New York. And he took note of her art, and the rest, you will say, is history. Georgia eventually moved to New Mexico full-time. And now, isn't it weird that northern New Mexico is known as like Georgia O'Keeffe country?
Yeah,
It's just she really put an imprint and gave a face to our beautiful state. So happy birthday, Georgia O'Keeffe. And the only other birthday there's a lot of people born on this day, but the only one we'll mention is Condoleezza Rice.
Oh, cool.
Was born on this day.
Good old Condi.
She was the rock star underneath George Bush II. No, George Bush I, George W. Bush. And he she really held her own. You remember when she was put on trial, and she was just.
I remember that. Yeah.
She was a rock star. So she was born on this day in 1954.
Beautiful.
So happy birthday, Georgia O'Keeffe. All those listening who know her. And happy birthday, Condoleezza
Some
Rice.
lady pioneers born on this
We're
day.
going to take a break.
Yeah, I know.
People need to call.
We'll get to deaths here when we come back from the break. But it is Star Week.
Yep.
It's Thursday, guys. We got today and tomorrow to try to get funded for 2019. So we have so many incentives.
Yep.
And we kind of threw out, hey, we want some people to throw down on these Wolf Creek ski passes.
Yeah, dude.
We got a ton of them. So if you want them, it's a $144 donation. And you guys can get a pair of these Wolf Creek ski passes. It's 866-730-4921. Again, 866-730-4921.
Shout out to our girl Lauren, who just said, keep the faith. Dex and Steve-O lift me up every day in my journey in Christ. This station has brought me closer to God. I'm truly grateful. I just finished my first semester of Bible study with She Ministries, and it's because of the morning invasion. And she donated.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Lauren.
Thank you, Lauren. You rock.
It's very cool.
You
All
rock.
right.
What's that number one more time, Dex?
866-730-4921.
He's grabbing your steering wheel, bro. He's just grabbing that.
It's all right. You can grab it. You're just not allowed to.
Oh, cool. I see how it is.
Got to respect your elders, dude.
That's right. I am old. I've got stickers on my face too.
All right.
All right.
I guess we're going to do celebrity deaths when we come back.
That's right.
And maybe some cloning talk.
That's right. Oh, we will get there.
Talk some clones, bruh.
We'll be right back. Hang out with us.
Judah Smith seeks to define the purpose and meaning in life. He says life is to trust God in every moment.
This is how faith works. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. It's the evidence of things not seen. Now, I wish faith was the substance of things we had and the evidence of things we see, but it's not. Now, a lot of us in this room, this is not my message. This is free. This is bonus material. This is a hidden track, okay? But a lot of us, we say, God, I'll do it if you first do. God said, no, go ahead and start stepping, and then I'll meet you. Do you remember our father Abraham? Father Abraham started moving and didn't know where he was going. Remember that? Abraham started a caravan of travelers. Here we go, let's go. And people would say, Abraham, where are you going? He's like, I don't know. I'm just following God. It's the life of faith. It says, as they went, they were healed.
Trust God in every moment. That's Judah Smith with a Star 88 PowerPoint.
I know the fight I'm facing is no surprise to you. This time's not lost or wasted, but I forget. Underwater like I'm drowning, can't seem to catch my breath. I know this fear that found me is powerless. Sometimes I just don't remember. Oh, when I forget, remind me you never abandon, you find me. No matter what happens, you're holding my heart in your hands, so you're moving when I can't see what you're doing. Your scars have already proven your love cannot be denied. In my life, won't you remind me? All of you can be astounding, marvelous and humbling. That the God who holds creation is holding me. Sometimes I just don't remember. Oh, when I forget, remind me you never abandon, you find me. No matter what happens, you're holding my heart in your hands, so you're moving when I can't see what you're doing.
Jenny Owens, remind me, it's Star 88. Remind me what that number is.
That's 1-866-730-4921.
And we've had like 4 or 5 people call this hour. That's cool. We need more. We need at least 3 more.
At least 3 more, guys.
At least 3 more. Come on, 3 people.
Come on, call that
Call
number.
in, support local Christian radio, support Dex and Steve-O. They're doing
Amen.
great work.
Thank you. Good morning.
Hello,
Hi. Who's this?
this is Deanna.
Hi, Deanna.
I want to wish my mom a happy birthday.
You got to donate first
You
before
gotta
we can do
donate.
it.
How much money do you have in your pocket?
I have nothing.
You have nothing?
I'm sorry.
How
I
old
don't know
are
if we
you?
can do it.
Deanna, sweetheart, you could wish your mother happy birthday anytime. Don't listen to Dex or Steve-O. You
Yeah,
don't have to
listen
give
to
anything.
us.
You're giving us...
I want to know how old
times
she
are
is,
tough.
though. How old are you?
10.
10.
Ask your mom if you can.
No job, huh?
Get some money.
You
Donate
just
to the
give us
station.
your love and your love towards your mom. That's all we
Yeah.
ask for.
Yeah, go ahead. Give a shout out.
Hi, Mom.
Beautiful.
Is she right
I
next
love
to you?
you.
So great.
Is your mom like right?
birthday.
Is she right next to you?
That's awesome.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well,
That's
I'm glad,
awesome.
I'm sure she heard it. So thank you for calling, Deanna.
That's awesome. Thanks
All
for
right,
calling.
bye-bye.
But you know what, guys? That's one of the beauties of Christian radio. We allow young kids who we love and support to get on and wish their mothers happy
Because
birthday.
Jesus said, "Let the little children
That's exactly
come
right.
to me." And
That's
we're like,
exactly right.
Bro, don't hinder
So
the little
support,
ones.
support this
That's right.
radio station. Call 1-800.
Nope.
Okay, don't call it. Call 867-5309.
No, that's also not the
Oh,
number.
that's not it.
That's
Very
Jenny's.
close.
Yes.
Oh, that's Jenny's number.
Jenny's number.
Oh, okay.
It's 1-866-730-4921.
Yeah.
866-730-4921.
Yeah, and call that number and just, if you want a birthday shout out, Heidi and Daniel, they'll totally
Yeah,
do it
and
for
if you're
you.
10 and you don't have money, just get into your mom or dad's wallet or purse.
No, we got to ask
What?
first. You
No.
got to
Ask
first.
permission,
Yeah.
kids.
I used to
Ask
do it all
permission.
the time as a kid with credit cards. It works so
Nope.
well.
All right, don't listen
All
to
right,
that.
you guys ready?
Just make sure you give us the 3-digit code on the back. So.
All right.
November
3 degrees.
15th. Here we go.
That's right. It's November 15th.
Important people. This is the important segment. I mean, all of it was good, but this is really important for Christians. Just so happened, a lot of fine Christians died on this day.
Well, crap. I'm not
On
getting
this
in
day.
my car.
On this day, in 1280, Albert Magnus,
We're not leaving this room.
the
He
scientist,
said fine Christian.
He's
teacher,
a fine Christian.
and he was the teacher of Thomas Aquinas, guys.
Oh, wow.
So Albert Magnus died on this day in 1280. He was the guy that really helped promote within the church faith and reason that, hey, God wrote 2 books. He wrote the book of nature and he wrote the book of the Bible. And there's truth to be found in both. So he's the guy that really helped promote this that later one of my heroes, Thomas Aquinas, picked up on and helped promote it. So
a great name,
Albert Magnus. Isn't that cool? German.
Is he German?
He was German. And here's another German. 1630, Johannes Kepler died, guys.
Oh, dang.
Kepler died on 1630. Who was he?
He invented the Kepler radar.
Uh,
that's how
that's-
meteorologists
you're actually
can
you're
check
pretty
the weather.
close.
He
You're
was
pretty
the
close,
inventor
Steve-O.
of a solar.
Yes.
He's the astronomer who discovered planetary motion.
No way!
Yeah,
much.
it's true.
That's basically like Kepler's radar.
And here's something cool, guys. Johannes Kepler was a devout Christian.
That's
cool.
He was a devout Lutheran, and he was also a scientist and believer, and
Cool.
felt that there
That's
were
cool.
no distinguishing between the truth of both.
Good.
So two scientists, Christian guys, Albert Magnus and Johannes Kepler. Okay, on this day in 1794, John Witherspoon died. And he was the president of College of New Jersey, later Princeton. What is he known for other than being, a fine Presbyterian minister?
The Withers Originals came
that's
from Witherspoon.
No, dude.
Nope.
No, Witherspoon.
Nope.
He's from Jersey. He is the great-grandfather of the greatest New Jerseyan, John Bon Jovi, who coined the phrase
Don't know if that's true, man.
living on a prayer. Like he was a great Christian man, Lutheran.
Stop it.
And his great-grandson wrote the greatest Christian song ever, Living on a Prayer. Because, we are called to live on our prayers
Kids,
somebody save me.
Kids who are listening to this, don't believe anything Steve-O just said.
Nothing I
No,
said.
kids, here's
you can't
why
believe that Bon Jovi's the greatest New Jerseyan of all time.
you'd have to say Bruce Springsteen, bro.
No!
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God!
You're embarrassing
Yeah.
yourself.
Get out.
Yeah. Okay.
The boss?
Kids, John Witherspoon was known for being one of the only ministers to sign the Declaration of Independence. Yes. John Witherspoon. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he died today. Also on this day in 1836, the Russian monk Herman of Alaska died.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait.
What? Yes.
He's a Russian monk.
Yep.
And his name's Herman of Alaska.
Yes, because what did he do? He went to Alaska as a missionary.
Okay.
And he helped set up missions, and he was very kind and supported and defended Native American rights.
Wow.
He thought Christians should not go and abuse and take their land, but we should go and love our Native American brothers and sisters. So Herman
He was
of
a
Alaska,
rarity back then.
right? Herman of Alaska was known for his kindness and compassion towards Native Americans, and he supported and defended them. He
dope.
died on this day in 1836.
Mm.
Yep. Okay, here's a big one, particularly for us evangelicals.
Okay.
The last two. On this day in 1917, the famous Oswald Chambers died.
Oh, dude.
Oswald
he
Chambers.
wrote the greatest devotional of all
Yep.
time, morning and evening.
No, he did write the best-selling devotion of all time. Actually, his wife did, because
Called Morning and Evening.
Oswald Chambers was a Scottish minister who died essentially on the battlefield. And his wife took notes for him. And once he died, she compiled his into the greatest selling devotion of all time, My Utmost for His Highest.
Yes.
So we're changing things up. Rather than Steve-O read a poem, Steve-O is actually going to read today's devotion from Oswald Chambers, My Utmost for His Highest, which is November 15th. And it's called, What Is That to Thee? So Steve-O, you got to put your Scottish accent on.
Scottish?
Yeah, he was Scottish. He was a Scottish minister. And-
But Scott, I'll just scream, and I don't want to do a disservice. 'Cause
So
I'll be like,
you got to put your Scottish
"A
accent
Scottish accent.
and read.
One of our severest. See, I'm already Australian. It's
Yeah,
not working out.
okay.
I'm just gonna read it
Okay,
because it's
do it. It's profound.
It is profound. It's Oswald
Okay.
Chambers.
Yes.
Morning and evening, by the way, was Spurgeon.
Yes,
So
I know. You kept saying the wrong one.
You know, but
Giving
this
those kids
comes
false
from
information.
My utmost for His highest. November 15th in the year of our Lord 2018. He's Scottish. I can't do a Scottish accent. John 21 and 22. Lord, and what shall this man do? What is that to thee? Follow thou me.
Wow.
Jesus was a poet, and he didn't know it.
Better quit before you blow it.
Okay. One of our severest lessons comes from the stubborn refusal to see that we must not interfere in other people's lives. Oh, snap. Can I say that again?
Yes.
One of our severest lessons comes from the stubborn refusal to see that we must not interfere in other people's lives.
Wow.
Preach
Mind
it,
your
Chambers.
business.
It takes a long time to realize the danger of being an amateur providence, that is, interfering with God's order for others.
Wow.
You see a certain person suffering and you say, he shall not suffer, and I will see that he does not. You put your hand straight in front of God's permissive will to prevent it, and God says, what is that to thee? If there is stagnation spiritually, never allow it to go on, but get into God's presence and find out the reason for it.
Amen.
Possibly you'll find it's because you've been interfering in the life of another, proposing things that you have no right to propose, advising when you have no right to advise. When you do have to give advice to another, God will advise through you with direct understanding of His Spirit. Your part is to be so rightly related to God that His discernment comes through you all the time for the blessing of another soul. Dang, dude.
That was good, man.
Most of us
Okay,
live
he's
on
going.
the borders of consciousness, consciously serving, consciously devoted to God. All this is immature. It is not the real life yet. The mature stage is the life of a child, which is never conscious. We become so abandoned to God that the consciousness of being used never enters in. When we're consciously being used as broken bread and poured out wine, there's another stage to be reached where all consciousness of ourselves and what God is doing through us is eliminated. A saint is never consciously a saint. A saint is consciously dependent on God.
Isn't that awesome?
That's good, man.
Oswald Chambers.
Dude, that was dope.
And not only is that dope, it literally is the November 15th
I love it.
devotion. And on this day, we lost Oswald Chambers on the
Dude,
battlefield.
Are you kidding me?
Yep.
What a
Yep.
phenomenal reminder for all of us.
Yep. Isn't that amazing?
Oh my gosh.
November 15th.
Christians, we're such meddlers.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
And don't you love, I shut the book, but that last word, saints aren't those that think about their sainthood. They're
Right.
those who are just thinking about God.
Focused on God.
Yeah, that's
Just
right.
thinking about God, not being focused on how I can be used, but just allowing God to use
Yep.
you.
That's good.
Oh, man.
All right, so the last one, and then I'm going to quiz you guys really quick on who said that, is Adrian Rogers, the Baptist American minister. He died on this day in 2015. So a lot of famous Christian people happen to die on this day. So here we go.
Thank you to all of them.
Who said that?
Thank
you guys
to
ready?
all of them for dying?
Yeah, just thank you. Thank you so
And
much.
I'm just going to say, guys, these are just from the guys we talked about this
I don't know if
ladder.
we have time for this.
Okay.
Yeah, we do. Okay, ready? It is by the path of love that God draws near to man and man to God. But where love is not found, God cannot dwell. If then we possess love, we possess God, for God is love. Who said that?
Ad Rock.
Nope, Albert
MCA.
Magnus.
Oh.
Albert Magnus.
Wasn't the
Okay?
Beastie Boys.
Listen to this.
Dang it.
We ought to be living as if Jesus died yesterday, rose this morning, and is coming back this afternoon.
Oh, man.
Bon
Oswald
Jovi.
Copperpot.
No.
Oh.
Adrian Rogers. Okay, here it is. Truth is the daughter of time, and I feel no shame in being her midwife.
Oh.
Wait. Hold on. Let me unwrap that. Truth is the
Daughter of time, and I feel no shame in being her midwife. Johannes Kepler. Remember, he discovered planetary motion. That means he found the truth of how planets revolve around themselves, and he is okay with that.
Okay.
Because it
But
goes
why is
against a
he
lot of popular.
midwife?
Well, he's using metaphor, bro.
He's like the midwife of
Okay,
time.
listen to this one. Holiness, not happiness, is the chief end of man.
Ooh, that is Oswald Chambers.
That's exactly right.
I know that one.
Holiness, not happiness, is the chief end of man. That's Oswald Chambers.
And I'm like,
and
shut
last
up,
one.
Chambers, you were never married.
Last one before our break, and then we're going to talk about cloning. A terrible accident has a power to awaken us to the realization of the existence of various calamities
Beastie Boys.
and dangers surrounding us, from which the providence of God preserves us.
Oh, man.
Herman of Alaska.
Herman of Alaska.
You guys got it. You guys nailed it.
Hey, we're
Well,
terrible today.
Steve-O got one. He got Oswald Chambers. So, guys, some really important people died on this
Thanks
day.
for sharing that, man.
But wasn't that Oswald Chambers devotion just?
Heck
good,
yeah.
man.
That was great.
No, it's a good reminder. We need that reminder sometimes.
We need reminders of phone numbers because people need to be calling in.
Yeah, that's 1-866-730-4921. 866-730-4921. If you're following us on YouTube, the number's there. If you're following us on Twitch, the number's there. Just call and donate. We are listener supported. It's Star Week.
Here's the reality, guys. We won't be here in 2019. BNX won't be here either. You like 3 degrees. Got to support it.
Right. No,
You
that's,
won't be here.
That's real.
And
we
I'm not
really
just
do need your
joking.
support.
That's very true, guys.
Yeah.
If you love it and you want us to continue to do what we do, then you got to support it.
And here's the reality. I'm watching Heidi right now, and she's laying her head back.
She picking her nails?
She's like snoring. She needs someone to call her just to wake her up.
She doing her nails?
Yeah, she's doing her nails. What's
my
that
gosh.
number to someone just has to call and talk to Heidi?
That's right.
You may not even donate. Just call and talk to Heidi.
That's
What's
right.
that number?
That's one.
866-730-4921.
Wow. Thank you. 866-730-4921. Call Heidi right now. Do it.
Do it. Let's take our break and then we'll come back
No,
and
we
talk
don't
cloning.
take a break.
Oh, we don't have to take breaks?
No, man.
Oh, snap. Then we could just keep talking. All right. So,
All right.
We can
so
talk.
the issue at hand is you guys text me
Yeah.
on, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, and said,
Yeah.
are you here? because we need you to come in and talk about cloning.
Yeah, we had a big question. You're like Bill Nye the Science Guy, but actually is smart and loves Jesus.
You probably know all about this.
So a member of the Star Me texted into the show because we get questions regularly.
Right.
And this was just kind of a quick thrown out there question of cloning. Like, hey, if cloning happens, if cloning's going on, does that clone human being have a soul? Does that clone need Jesus? And I'm like, well, no, because they're obviously Frankenstein.
No, the answer is yes.
Thank
they
you.
have a soul.
I was right. Dang it. I was right.
Yes.
I really said no.
Yes, because here it is. All human beings, whether they are, live for a second, and die in utero or through an abortion, or they are cloned, have a soul.
Amen.
Because God has created human beings to be soul carriers. So, and this is one of the reasons why Christians do speak out against abortion, because the smallest of fetuses, the smallest of babies have souls. At the moment of conception, God knows them. So David tells us in the Psalms, you knew me in my mother's womb. So God has infused the human being, the human person with a soul. So that's why we as Christians take seriously life, because it is a gift from God. In human life, they do have souls. So they would be, and here's the interesting part, and I think the part that really requires a lot more thought and unpacking, is they would have a unique individual soul, even though they have the same biological framework of the person they were being cloned by.
Right.
Because here's something interesting to think about, guys, and maybe I'm getting too deep here today.
Oh, what do you call me, stupid?
No. It may be something that
No, I'm stupid.
it requires a lot more conversation than what we have in these last few minutes.
Okay.
Is the soul is not only biologically rooted, so the objective nature that you have been cloned,
Here we go.
but it also is informed and refined by the subjective nature of things. So your experiences in your life and so on and so forth. So it would be virtually impossible for the same cloned individual to live the exact same life as the first person. The moment you're born, you make different decisions. So there's both an objective and a subjective nature to personhood. And sadly, gentlemen, in our day and age, we have taken the subjective part of personhood and we've ran away with it, leaving the objective. So your biology, your life still matters to your personhood, who you are biologically. And your biology, the objective aspect of who you are, is still there. But what we have done in today's culture is we've tried to separate our personhood away from our biology. But God didn't mean them to be separated. He kept them united.
Now, here's an interesting thought, because as you mentioned how we can try and say or do these things, but God supersedes that. The question came in like, yeah, but what if they don't consider themselves human and consider themselves greater than man? And it's like, well, we can consider ourselves whatever the heck we want, but
exactly.
At the end of the day, it's still just a human.
Right,
Like,
and that's why my point is this, Steve-O, is we could say, hey, I'm not a guy or I'm not a girl. I consider myself this. Your person is connected to who you are biologically.
Yeah.
You can't escape that. There's an objective nature. So interestingly enough, in the news recently, a Dutchman from Holland has said that he no longer puts his actual his actual age on his resumes. He's 69 years old, and he puts his age as 49 because I associate myself with a 49. And he says if people could associate themselves with transgender and all these other things, I therefore have my right to associate and affiliate with someone I'm on.
I love everything about that.
And the argument is, well, you can't do that. You can't do that because your biology is such. But we're allowing other groups to do that.
Right.
And so we can't discriminate against one person.
That's ageism.
I'm definitely 26.
That's exactly right. So
26?
So
I was gonna say 23.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
So he is putting his age on his resumes
Well,
is
that's what I'm doing,
49.
too. I'm 23.
I think he just
That's
wants to
49.
hook up with
Forever.
chicks. That's why.
Well-
He wants to hook up with chicks.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
69,
Right.
bro.
Yeah, but he wants to say he's 40, so that way he can get more girls.
And interestingly
on his
enough,
resume, he's
Yeah.
handing his resume to
Starts
chicks.
with the resume, dude.
Sorry, Phoenix.
I
this
do every
guy's an
time I
idiot.
go on a date. I hand my resume over. I'm like, here you go. I need your financial statement. Thank you.
And that's why you're single.
Okay.
Here's another interesting thing. Just recently, I think her name is Miss Chow. She's a Berkeley
Miss Chow.
She's either a student or a teacher, I forgot. But they wanted her to sign a document basically saying, hey, you need to support this particular cause, which happened to be, I think, transgenderism. And she made the case that we're talking about this morning. She said, no, I can't separate, she didn't put it in these terms, but I can't separate personhood apart from biology. The two have to go hand in hand. Who you are is not only who you think you are, you know, the subjective nature, but it's who you biologically are. And they have reamed this poor lady. And as it turns out, I think she is a Christian. And the Christian Post, which is a news service, did a big story on this gal. And, you know, but she's correct.
Yeah.
Who we are as people is not just the subjective nature of who we are, but it's also the objective nature of our biology. So going back full circle, Steve-O and Dex, to your question, does a cloned person have a soul? Yes, they do. They have it biologically, that God invested and infused the human being to have it biologically, but also their soul is refined and reinforced by the subjective nature of their person, their experiences, and so on and so forth. So there you have it, guys. A little bit of science
Some
and
of
a
the
little bit of
research
other
that
things.
I found too is that we can right now, with technology and where we're at, as far as being advanced, we can clone humans.
Yes,
but we just won't do it because it's unethical.
Well,
and they've done it with monkeys so far because that's the
Sheep,
closest. Sheep,
cattle,
dogs, yeah.
Yep.
But they said monkeys are the closest thing to us, and so far, every time they've cloned a monkey, they've died within 2 days.
Well, yeah, dude, I watched this documentary called Multiplicity, and it works out at first, but then you start cloning, like you make a copy of a copy.
The copy gets
and
worse.
It's just worse and worse.
Yeah. Now,
It's a great documentary.
Dex, what you're bringing up are obviously all the ethical, moral aspects of cloning, and that is a different conversation because I think scientifically, sooner or later you will be able to clone someone, and probably someone's working on it as we speak.
Do you think somebody in a lab in Russia has cloned a human?
Doesn't even have to be Russia. It could be anywhere.
No, it's gotta
Anyone
be
who
Russia,
has the
bro. I've seen
scientific
that horror
knowledge.
movie.
It's got to be like
Anyone who
somewhere.
has the scientific
Siberia.
knowledge could do it.
Yeah, Siberia probably.
But it's an ethical quandary.
So, speaking of ethics, final question. If you have a heart transplant, do you have to re-accept Jesus into this new heart?
No.
Good question. Oh.
No. Because, again,
Man, you just got irritated.
no, the
No,
objective.
idiot.
No, but the objective aspect. Sure, you have a new.
Being snarky.
You have a new biology, a new biological part. But again, your soul isn't just the objective. It's the combination of the
Can we
objective
just have you in for all
and
of Thursday?
the subjective.
Like, will you just kick it with us? This is my favorite hour, and oddly enough, the last few years, it's also been the most supported hour financially.
Yep, most popular. So great. We love it. So,
You
all
guys
right.
love this hour? Call now
Yes.
and donate. Seriously, lend your support because then people see, oh, they do enjoy 3 Degrees with B-Nix, even
Yep.
though it's scientific and some call it boring. I'll punch you in the face.
What's that number, Brian?
That number is 8675. No, it's 866-730-4921. That number again is 866-730-4921. Call, support this program
Heck
and
yeah.
all of Morning Invasion and all of Star 88.
Amen.
It's an investment that's going to keep giving to this
right.
community for Christ.
Yeah, we're trying to give away these Wolf Creek passes.
Yeah.
If you ski, snowboard, we got a bunch of these Wolf Creek passes. $144 donation.
Yep.
We'll get you those passes. to Wolf Creek.
866-730-4921. You call in if you support life.
Heck yeah,
Because
bro.
we talk
Amen.
about eternal life.
Yeah.
We talk about biological, physical life. This
guy's
is
fired
a
up.
station you need to support. 866-730-4921.
Love you, Brian.
You guys rock.
Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back. Hang out.
Addictions come in different colors, but Skip Heitzig has a pointed thought in this hotspot.
Addiction is always a present danger posed by our own nature. The Bible calls it the flesh.
Hotspot. Recovery is more than taking your life back from addiction. It's also giving it to Jesus.
Effectiveness in recovery is more than just saying no to the menace. It's saying yes to the maker.
Access Skip's full teaching library at connectwithskip.com.
Recovery is pass or fail. Everything else in life will depend on your sobriety. Relationships will depend on it. Your effectiveness will depend on it.
Skip says there is only one addiction that can truly satisfy us.
It is my prayer that more of us become addicted to Christ. Addicted to serving our Lord and addicted to loving people in a transforming way in His name.
Hotspot. Tony Evans. This is a Starty 8 Supernova.
You are not saved by works. He said you can't earn your way to heaven. You can't do good things to make yourself acceptable to God. You are not saved by works. But then he comes in verse 10, having said you're not saved by works, to declare to you, once you get saved, you're saved for work. Many people have it wrong. They are trying to earn their way to make themselves acceptable to God. Impossible. But once you have been made acceptable to God through accepting the gift of eternal life that is provided by His Son, verse 10 says He did that because He has something for you to do.
That was Pastor Tony Evans on a Starty 8 Supernova. Music with more than a beat. Vertical worship, Christian hits, and fresh indie on Starty 8. KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Had as much of you as I can take. I'm so done, so over being afraid. I've gone through the motions, I've been back and forth. I know that you're thinking you've heard this before. I don't know how to say it, so I'm just gonna say it, yeah. Fear you don't own me. There ain't no room in this story, and I ain't got time for you telling me what I'm not. Like you know me, well guess what? I know who I am. I know I'm strong, and I am free. Got my own identity. So fear you will never be welcome here. Take a minute, let it settle in. You probably never saw it coming. Something's gotta give, so I give up you. Oh, there's no room for you here, yeah, I've had enough. The no vacancy sign on my heart is lit up. In case you didn't hear it, here it is again. Oh, fear you don't own me. There ain't no room in this story, and I ain't got time for you telling me what I'm not. Like you know me, well guess what? I know who I am. I know I'm strong, and I am free. Got my own identity. So fear you will never be welcome here. Is there anybody out there just like me? Anybody out there? Anybody needing fear to leave? Oh, yeah. If you don't know how to say it, sing along with me. Sing fear you don't own me. There ain't no room in this story, and I ain't got time for you telling me what I'm not. Like you know me, well guess what? I know who I am. I know I'm strong.
Francesca Battistelli, the breakup song. It's Star 88. Good
Who's
morning.
she breaking up with?
And, you
That's
know,
the real question.
With you guys, with life. No, I don't know. That's a good question, man.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
Good morning. Welcome to the show, live from the Dream Star Remodeling, Star 88 Studios. Thank you so much for your support, Starmy.
Yeah.
Look beautiful out there, guys.
Dude, what a big hour that was.
Big hour with Brian Nixon, 3 degrees. And, a lot of people calling in, supporting the station, 866-730-4921. So many great incentives. Rusty Taco, we got...
They're on their way.
Oh, I can't wait. $10 donation gets you a 3-pack of tacos from Rusty Taco.
We will give you our assessment of those tacos because I have never had a Rusty Taco.
And a couple things added to our incentive list. You guys need a garage door tune-up service? Sears Garage Solutions donated some of these tune-ups. For a $100 donation, you can get your garage door tuned up.
Can I just say, as an adult, you never think of anything like that until you need it.
Yeah.
Seriously, I hate adulting sometimes. I've had to have my garage door fixed twice already in this house that we bought. It's like, oh, cool, homeowners. This is great.
Right.
So it's definitely worth getting the garage door tuned up because it's a lot cheaper than having to pay for the top of a car when it breaks and falls on your car.
Right? Good call, man. Or
Gosh,
I'll tune
I
you
wish
up is
I
what I'm
didn't
going to
know.
do. I'll tune
Wish
you
I
up
didn't
right
know
now.
that.
Whoa, whoa.
It's okay.
Ow. Okay.
All right. Wow. I'm going to give the phone number on YouTube. It's actually on the actual title of the live stream.
Yeah.
But
866-730-4921. You call right now and you can get anything we have on the incentive list if it's not already taken. And some of these things are going pretty fast, man.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are going fast. If maybe you just want to do a $10 donation, we got these new Star 88 t-shirts.
They're pretty dope. Model it for us.
Okay.
Mm.
All right.
Guys, look at that.
Look at that.
Nice.
I like
Oh,
the
it is good
material.
material.
It really is.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Great material.
I hate it when it's bad material.
Right? It's
This
not one of
is
those like
good.
thick,
Wow,
like
this is
uncomfortable
really
shirts. It's
good.
like a nice shirt.
Well done, Heidi.
Yeah, I thank you to Ink Theory for that.
Hey, where'd Heidi go? Good job, Heidi.
Donating
These
those.
Ink Theory t-shirts are dope.
Yeah, $10
I like the
donation,
material.
man.
I
That's
hate it when the material's bad for a t-shirt. So good job.
We got smalls, we got mediums, we got extra smalls, we
What
got
about
extra
biggie
large.
smalls? Do you have biggie smalls?
We got
Too soon?
we got 2 XLs right now.
Yeah.
So you guys, $10 donation, you can get that.
Hey, shout out to my girl Tara, who I've known since elementary school.
Yeah?
Yeah. She just chimed in and donated.
Oh, that's cool.
She said, love you guys at the Morning Invasion. You make me laugh and keep me encouraged. God is doing great work through you guys. Keep it going. Gosh, we fooled her so hard. So great. So great.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, please, if you guys want to, jump on board and support, you can go to star88.fm and you can donate really, really quick through the website. You can also tell us why you love the station, why you listen. It's so encouraging to hear some of these testimonies.
Speaking of my girl Rebecca out in Houston, who I've also known many, many moons, said, hey, if I donate 20, will you guys ship me a shirt to Houston where she's listening from? Yes. We've had people asking like, hey, if I don't live here, can you guys send me my... Yes, we can send you your gift. We will totally mail it to you.
I
love it. So,
Great.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy, guys. You just call the number 1-866-730-4921 and you can be a part of the station. Yes, Steve-O?
Starmy said, is Rusty Taco bringing you guys buffalo wings this morning? I really hope so. For those...
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Yay.
Hi, guys. Good morning.
You see, guys, a couple days ago, we got lunch from Buffalo Wild Wings. They were supporting the Morning Invasion and Star 88, and we got tacos from them.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, B-Dubs does tacos with, like, their sauces in tacos.
Ugh.
It was crazy. I didn't know they did it. Don't get me wrong. Thanks to B-Dubs.
No, I don't know if I want to thank them anymore.
Whatever,
Take it
bro.
back.
Are you kidding me?
I've never been more disappointed in my life. I think that might be the biggest disappointment in my life, and I've been alive for 39 years.
Whatever, dude, because we got them and we're like, what is this? And then we put like the B-Dubs sauce on them, and then it was like, I think I'm going to start ordering this from now on.
That's not how I felt about it. But
whatever.
I mean, I'm sitting there just like,
That's
oh
because
my
he
gosh.
chose poorly with the sauce.
Okay, I did not. I did not
How many
choose
times
poorly.
did you have to poop that day?
searing pain! Oh, my eyes! Oh! Now they popped!
Actual audio of me after I ate the taco with the hot sauce on it. Seriously? I pride myself on hot things. That was the hottest
Dude,
thing. It was even
I've
hotter than a
never
ghost
seen
pepper.
him that bad. And
I was
we've eaten
dying.
ghost peppers together.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Like, it's not okay. I think they're pranking us. Like, sure, the prank is good enough that you didn't bring us, like, wings. You bring us, like, tacos, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Starmy, good morning. Is this the manager from B-Dubs? Oh,
I think what we ought to do is feed you guys habanero peppers,
no.
put you in the sauna, and mace you, and see how long you can last.
Yeah. You and your macing thing, you're a weirdo when it comes to that. You love macing people for some weird reason.
No, I don't. It's just, I mean, you guys are pushing the limits and the boundaries with things. So.
Okay, speaking of macing people, last night I was at an event and could have used your help, but you were nowhere to be found, old man.
What happened?
Oh man! See, last night Buck was with me at the old Thrice show. You missed out. So here's what happened: we were watching the show. The Bronx played before, and they're like a hardcore punk band. And dude was in the pit and slinging words that my kids have never heard before.
Wow!
And it was pretty out of hand and crazy.
Why would you take your kids to that
So
show?
we were in the back hanging, and then Thrice is preparing, and I'm going to the front. Who's coming with me? Jeter boys. They decide we're coming with Dad. So they come with Dad. And we're having a really good time. Luke is 12, and I realize, man, he has not hit that spurt yet because Jack's like my height, and Luke's not. And so I'm kind of shielding him like the high school boyfriend with the elbows, you know, just like making sure he's safe down there. And at one point, a gentleman who was a little inebriated, we'll call him, no, we won't, never mind.
Calm, Daryl.
Pushes his way through and knocks over Luke. So as a father, you go, what do you do in that situation? This guy's inebriated, but he just pushed into my son. So I said, watch my kid! And this is what he turns and says to me. Wait, are you going to the bathroom?
Like he thought you wanted him to watch your kid while you went to the bathroom?
And I said,
oh my gosh.
No, bro! You just bumped into my son! You better watch out for my kid. And he was like, I'm sorry, it's cool. And his girlfriend's like, I got him. And then they, boom, no props, right? Until a few songs later when Mr. Inebriation decides, I need to get to the front because my iPhone has to have this song recorded eternally. And not only did he like push in the way, he actually knocked Luke out of the way and just stood in front of him. I can't tell the rest of the story.
Yeah, things went red after that, I think. That's what you described to me.
Why didn't you text me? I was taking care of some stuff.
Why didn't I text you? Well, one, because I'm a dad and I didn't need your help in that moment. However, I almost wish you would have been there so that I wouldn't have gone to jail. No, I didn't go to jail.
You didn't go to jail.
Well, I will say this. So we're all dads. And we love Jesus. And I always try and tell my kids, like, hey, you don't have to solve problems with your fists. Use your words. Don't ever allow... The ironical part is my son is doing a thing right now at school, and it was like a story presentation of...
Oh, Steve, hold on. Let me just stop you. You don't have to go into this long, drawn-out story right now.
No.
I'll tell you both right now. I'll tell you both right now. I will knock a fool out for my kids.
Okay.
Or not. I will.
Exactly. So here's the thing. Yesterday I got home, prefacing the story, I got home and Jack is working on a school project and it's your hero. And Luke's doing it and he's doing Derek Jeter because baseball and that makes sense. Jack is doing it on his dad. And I lost my mind. I may have shed grown-up tears because it was really sweet. But he quoted me and my quote was, emotions are very powerful. Don't let them control you.
Oh, wow. That's what he
and
said.
then last night, homie knocks my son over twice, and the power of Jesus came over me.
Really?
And I'm with you. I may have put hands on someone last night.
Oh.
And threatened them with the power of God to never, ever harm a child. So, yeah. I felt bad afterwards and made sure I talked to my kids about it and how we should always try and handle things, correctly. But It didn't escalate. He apologized and walked away.
See, that's cool. I'm glad that it turned out that way because
Yeah,
it
it
could have
really
turned
did.
out a lot different.
Because I mean, you know, what do you do? Guy's inebriated.
Hey,
and,
be
you
quiet,
know,
kid. Be
so
quiet.
It's like, speaking of kids, gosh dang, can somebody
Pipe
wrangle them
down.
in the back?
Pipe down.
Oh man.
Hey, Cat, you're okay.
Cash.
Is that
Seriously.
Cash? Wow.
Wow.
So, anyways,
Get your kid under
It was
control.
a great show. I'm excited for the future. And yeah.
Are you a big fan of the Bronx now?
Dude, Chrissy and I both said, well, that was the most legit punk show I've ever seen as far as that front man. I've never seen a lead singer jump into a crowd with a wired mic.
Wow, Cash.
And just
seriously.
run it from the crowd the entire show. That was crazy.
Yeah, I've never seen actually anybody do that either. This guy literally jumped in the mosh pit, and how many songs did he sing in there? Like 3 or 4?
Oh, yeah, I was going to say 6. Like, it was most of the set in the pit. Yeah.
Yeah, he was down there singing the whole time.
And getting
then
slammed
that was
into.
Can I ask you guys something? Because I have a question about when lead singers do that in bands. Because we've seen it quite a few times where the lead singer will jump off stage and then start heading for the stands. I kind of feel bad for the rest of the band because nobody's really paying attention to the band anymore. They're all like, look at the lead singer, and he's so cool. Is that kind of messed up that the lead singer's like, hey, attention on me?
You're the front man for a reason. You know what
Well,
I'm
I
saying?
mean, I'd be kind of upset if I was like the guitarist and all of a sudden he jumps off the stage and I'm like, nobody's paying attention to me anymore.
Wow.
No, you guys never thought about
Dex
that?
is an attention
All right,
hog.
well, I mean, I just had a thought. I mean, I just really want to interview a band to see how they feel about it. It's like, yeah, we're over here and everybody's not paying attention.
Can you tell
to
me
us.
the name of the guitar player in Muse?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can you tell me the name of the guitar player in, like, I don't name any band, like 30 Seconds to Mars? How about Jordan Felice's band? We've hung out with them multiple times.
Mark Gates.
Okay, you just made that up.
That was easy. Jared Leto.
That's the lead singer?
He's the guitar player from 30 Seconds to Mars.
No, that's the lead singer.
His brother is Daryl.
Daryl Leto.
Anyways.
It's not Daryl Leto. It's not Daryl Leto.
It's Daryl Leto. His name's Daryl Leto.
Yep, totally.
Yeah.
That's his brother.
Like Delarado, but Daryl Leto.
Yeah.
Cash. Does he want to
man.
talk? What's he
Man.
doing?
See, this is what happens.
He's finding his voice. I'll call you guys
Okay,
later.
bye-bye.
All right,
See you
buddy.
later.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Pray for Cash.
Don't call us if your kid's in the car, Buck, all right? Gosh. It's so annoying. Okay. Guys, it's Star Week. If you
It
want
is.
quality entertainment like that, then you'll
Yeah,
call
like that.
866-730-4921.
I love him so
Or maybe we
much.
could afford a call screener. So when Buck calls in, our call screener will check to see if the kids are in the car, and then he won't patch them through. So 866-730-4921 to donate and to support us.
We
Get us fully
desperately need a
funded, guys.
producer. Yeah. Yep.
Get us funded. Take advantage of these. Man, seriously, nobody's taking advantage of the UFC gym membership. Guys, I'm telling you, the UFC gym here, there's a bunch of locations, but these are like full-on gyms. There's even an octagon. They do like kickboxing classes, and we got monthly memberships for a $100 donation. You can get that. You can buy 2 or 3 or 4 if you want. The new year's coming up. Why not get in shape? UFC Gym, thank you so much for donating those. Just call the number and tell them what you want. 866-730-4921. We got to take another quick break. We'll be right back.
It's the season of giving, and we're bringing an early gift to town. Compassion Live presents the Roadshow Christmas Tour, featuring Matthew West, Matt Maher, Building 429, Plum,
It's beginning to look a lot.
Josh Wilson, and introducing Leanna Crawford. Come celebrate the joy of Christmas with us. The Roadshow Christmas, Saturday, December 8th, 6 p.m. at the Santa Ana Star Center in Rio Rancho, and Sunday, December 9th at 6 p.m. at the Pan Am Center in Las Cruces. No more long lines at the door. All reserved seating now. VIP tickets with special meet and greet also available at the RoadshowChristmasTour.com. The Roadshow Christmas Tour with Matthew West, Matt Maher, Building 429, Valentine, Plum, Josh Wilson, and Leanna Crawford. Produced by Compassion Live.
I'm Heidi, and here's what's happening. Experience the Wonderland at the 2018 Festival of Trees, December 1st and 2nd. The Festival of Trees is a 2-day celebration of the children served by the Carrie Tingley Hospital Foundation. Admission is free, with over 80 uniquely decorated trees and hundreds of wreaths on display and available for purchase. The Carrie Tingley Hospital Foundation's Festival of Trees is the largest in New Mexico. Complimentary coffee, hot cocoa, children's crafts, live entertainment, and pictures with Santa provided for children young and old. 100% of the proceeds from the Festival of Trees benefit the Carrie Tingley Hospital Foundation. Christmas is almost here. Do you know about a free holiday event happening at your church or maybe for your community? Did you know that you can send us the details and we'll talk about it on the air and feature it on our website? It's super easy. All you have to do is fill out the form online at star88.fm. For more information about events happening in your community and so much more, visit star88.fm. For what's happening, I'm Heidi, and this is Star 88.
I have loved you from the start. I have seen your hurting heart. And you feel so lonely, but you keep on hiding. 'Cause you feel so guilty for what you've done. But there's no distance too far that I can't reach you. There's no place that's so dark that I can't find you. Anywhere that you are, if you need proof, take a look at these scars. I know I love you. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter what you've done. You are never, never too far gone. You have run down every road, and you've lost your way back home. And you feel so dirty, you know you're unworthy, feeling undeserving of any love. But there's no distance too far that I can't reach you. There's no place that's so dark that I can't find you. Anywhere that you are, if you need proof, take a look at these scars. I know I love you. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter what you've done. You are never, never too far gone. You will never outrun my love, my love, my love. You will never outrun my love, my love, my love. You will never outrun my love, my love, my love. You will never outrun my love. There's no distance too far that I can't reach you. There's no place that's so dark that I can't find you. Anywhere that you are, if you need proof, take a look at these scars. I know I love you. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter what you've done. You are never, never too far gone. Never too far gone. Never too far gone.
I don't know who's trying to kill us, man, but never in my life have I ever had the hottest hot sauce on my food.
We've eaten ghost peppers, people.
What's the deal, man? How's that even legal?
Shout out to Rusty Taco for providing breakfast this morning.
I thought it was gonna be like some mango, like salsa, and it was like, oh my gosh! Hi, good morning, everybody. Can't breathe. Can't breathe.
Dude, that's got some good flavor, though.
Mm-hmm.
You even warned me, man. I'm smelling colors.
Yeah. Guys, Rusty Taco, thank you so much for giving us breakfast. And also, we got 3 packs of Rusty Tacos for you for a $10 donation. You guys can get that. I mean, come on, you're going to eat anyways.
Maybe you want 30 tacos. Donate $100. We'll give you 10 of them.
Exactly. You know, you're going to be spending that money on food.
God.
I told you. It's so hot.
What kind of... Hey, Monica, what kind of sauce is that? Dude, that's salsa.
It's called hell sauce is what it's called. It's called hell sauce.
It's so hot.
From the fires
It's got great
from
flavor. Yeah.
Middle Earth. That's where it's from.
Oh, the orcs in Mordor.
Yeah, they make that hot sauce.
They bottled it.
Goodness sakes.
Yep, that's right.
All right, so donate 866-730-4921. $10, guys. Seriously, that's it. And you can get a 3-pack of these Rusty Tacos. We got a ton of other things on there. We got the Star 88 t-shirt from Ink Theory.
Dude, our boy Mario just donated and got a pair of lift tickets to
Heck
Wolf
yeah.
Creek.
We got a
So
bunch
we still
of
got
those.
those. Yeah. Shout out to Wolf Creek, man, and every business who has been hanging and supporting. It's awesome.
Love you guys.
I can't talk.
I know, right?
My tongue is numb.
I can't even feel my tongue.
Here's a dumb thing. You even warned me. Careful, that salsa's really hot. I dipped my pinky in it. I licked it. It was like, that's got great flavor. Okay, I think I'm dying.
Mm-hmm.
And then I poured it all over my
You're like, I
taco.
don't care. Anyway. 866-730-4921.
It's the Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
That's right, everybody. Good morning.
Oh, I'm still doing it. I'm a
the show.
glutton for punishment.
Welcome to the show. Guys, if you want to call in, talk to us, 505-338-3700. We're also hanging out on YouTube. Just search Star 88, and there we are. You can watch, hang out. We're also on Twitch. If you have a Twitch account, maybe you don't, it's super easy to sign up. Free. Star 88 FM on Twitch. Thank you for chiming in, you guys. Remember the 1.5 billion Mega Millions that someone won? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Like the biggest ever. Happened 3 weeks ago. Somebody won it in Simpsonville, South Carolina. The person who won it still hasn't come forward.
Wait, really?
To claim the $1.5 billion prize. They only have 180 days to claim the ticket. If the person never claims it, all the state... Now, we tell you guys, because a lot of times whenever we talk about the Powerball and Mega Millions, some of you out there, you judge real hard and you're like, oh my gosh, and we get it. We've talked about it. Of course, gambling, if you're going to spend money that you don't have, if you're going to, people have addictions, I get it. And you could definitely go, people abuse that. I get that. But with the Mega Millions and the Powerball, it's a lottery, man. It goes back for education. And so if nobody claims this money, here's what happens to the money. All the states that kick in for that Mega Millions jackpot, they get their money back and then they can use it however they want. And usually they put it back into like education and taxes. So it goes back to the cities, to the state, which is pretty cool. So I'm kind of hoping and praying nobody claims the ticket.
Yeah, but could you imagine being that person that just forgot about it, like it's on the magnet?
It's got to
like
be
on your
that
fridge,
situation.
And they just haven't checked the numbers because it's like, nobody's going to win. I'm not going to win.
Right. It's got to be that situation. That or in that state, you can be anonymous. And some people are saying, well, maybe they just don't want to cash it in yet because the holiday seasons are here and they probably don't want to. That's probably not the reason. They probably just can't find it. But yeah.
Could you imagine knowing you have the winning ticket, but you can't find the actual ticket?
Can you imagine living in Simpsonville, South Carolina, knowing that somebody had won it, they haven't claimed it, and then you had bought a ticket, but you lost it, and you're like, I'd be freaking out.
Can you imagine being on a boat and discovering that the earth is flat, but finding out too little too late and falling off the edge of it? You kept like one-upping me with.
I thought you had a story, dude. I thought you were going to jump into a flat Earth story. I was really excited.
No, you just kept one-upping me with can you imagines, and so I was like, I gotta go big.
Wow.
Because you just keep saying, can you imagine, and I'm like, no.
Can you imagine when Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue and he got over here to Florida? He realized
Can you imagine if zookeepers wanted to keep the zoo
wouldn't
going,
even-
even
oh.
though there weren't that many animals and it wasn't that exciting? So you found out that most of the animals were animatronic and elephants don't really exist. There are people inside of them.
Wow, dude. That's cool. Anyways, somebody needs to claim this ticket. There's a lot of anxiety going around in that town. Anyways, did you see this? Stan Lee. I want to know if you've heard about this because you're such a nerd. What is it, Sam Raimi?
Yeah, the director of the old Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, he didn't want Stan Lee as a cameo.
Well,
in
he
Spider-Man.
is the worst. Really?
Yeah, he didn't want him. Yeah, you know why?
Why?
Because he's a terrible actor, he said.
Yeah, he's pretty bad.
I mean,
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Because it was like
yeah.
something was falling, or I think like it was the scene where Green Goblin shows up, and I think Stan Lee's got to do like a "watch out" or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
I can kind of remember that.
This is what Sam said. Quote: "No, I know Stan. He can't act.
Yeah.
Why would I put him in the movie? But I guess
because he created Spider-Man and he's Stan Lee.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right. Did they ever put Stan Lee in as cameos in comic books? Did that ever happen?
Did they ever put Stan Lee in comic
Yeah.
books? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
As
that
Stan Lee?
new Spider-Man video game,
Mm-hmm.
he's in it as Stan Lee.
Right.
He has a great cameo. Oh, it's really cool.
Let's see. Sam met Stan almost a decade earlier because of his superhero movie Darkman. Stan saw it, liked it, so he reached out to Sam, saying they would work together. They ended up writing outlines for a Thor movie in 1991. They took them to Fox, who turned them down because, quote, comic books don't make good movies. That was back in 1991.
Oh.
You know, it just wasn't time. You know, just one of
Yep.
those things. It just wasn't time because, you know, if they would have done a Thor movie back then, it probably would have been terrible. Right, Daredevil? Right, Ben Affleck?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What was another one that came out in the 90s that wasn't very good?
Well, people.
Oh, you know what? Blade.
I was
like the Blade.
just about to say people like to attribute, Spider-Man and all this, and I'm going, dude, Blade was a Marvel film before the Marvel films.
Right.
It's currently on Netflix, and I was like, oh man, the boys have got to watch this movie. And I'd forgotten it was rated R.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I screened it myself for about 12 minutes and then was like, boop, nope.
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's right.
Dude, but Deacon Frost, we actually had him on the show.
We had Deacon Frost
had
on
Deacon
the show.
Frost on the show.
He was all right.
He was a bad guy.
Wasn't he like, what? Was he one of the bad interviews or was he okay?
He was pretty fantastic.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm thinking of, who is it? Miles Tillman?
Miles Morales.
Miles Morales?
Yeah, Miles Morales. He's the
No.
other Spider-Man.
No, Miles, what was his name?
Miles Teller.
That's what I said.
Miles, you said Tillman. Miles Teller we had on the show. And
yeah, that guy was terrible.
I blame
Oh my
myself for
gosh.
that. I really do, because I started off talking about the Han Solo movie because he was in talks to play Han Solo.
Mhm.
Little did we know he had already been snubbed, basically.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
probably why he was in a bad mood, because
Probably.
I'm like, dude, Han Solo, iconic. That's like a career maker. Am I right?
Mhm.
Oh, you didn't get it?
What was, Stormy, what was some of your favorite interviews that we've done over the past 3 years? Because we're coming up on our 3-year anniversary of The Morning Invasion. And
Jonathan Banks, always and forever.
always Jonathan Banks for you?
Yep.
I mean, it definitely was one of my favorites as well. I don't know if I could say it's my number one.
Jonathan Banks for me is where I go to when I think about The Morning Invasion and why I love it as a ministry. Because for those who don't know, Jonathan Banks, he plays Mike on Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. And, we have friends that work in the industry who are friends with them and hit us up and, hey, Jonathan's willing to do this. But you got to know he is a staunch atheist. And I'm going, how are we going to do this? It was one of the
How are
first
we gonna do it?
times when we were talking about having celebrities on that weren't necessarily here to talk about their faith. It was just a big celebrity. And we ended up spending an hour with that guy and really getting to the heart of what it was about religion for him that he hated. And we not only did we have a great conversation, but I ran into him last year on the set of Better Call Saul. And it was like, here's my phone number. Have me back, please, in studio.
Yeah.
And
Good dude.
has really come to respect it because he met people who loved Jesus who were sincere. And to me, it's just, That's everything. I
Right.
mean, we're called to love.
Yeah.
You know, this command that Jesus gave us before he left earth, a new command I give to you, to love one another as I have loved you. So you must love one another. By this, all men will know you're my disciples, by your love for one another. And unfortunately, a lot of times, Christians aren't known for their love. They're known for things that they hate or that they're boycotting at the time or just things that we're against. And yet Jesus told us, by our love, all men should know, like, you're a disciple of Jesus because you have a great love. You are loving your enemies. You're praying for those that persecute you. You're doing things that the world looks at confounded because, like Scott Derrickson, director of Doctor Strange, great man, amazing Christian. He just lost everything in the Malibu fires. And instead of like boo-hooing and woe is me, he's trying to find ways to help other people who have lost things. And so that's a standout Christian moment to me.
Good, man.
I love it.
All right, I'll tell you mine when we come back, and we'll talk about some of the interviews that we've had over the years. And what's your favorite moment or interview that we've had over the past 3 years? Let us know. You can text in. You can call us, 505-338-3700. What's the live line to text in?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483.
Yeah, and we're also live on Twitch and YouTube at Star 88 FM. You can chime in there as well. And the number to call to get the incentives to keep us on the air so we have some more amazing interviews in 2019.
That's right.
866-730-4921. It's 866-730-4921. Call it. We'll be right back. Hang out.
Now, a Star 88 PowerPoint. Here's Francis Chan.
So when Paul and Silas spoke to the crowd in that one city in Berea, it says after they spoke, the people went and they actually studied the Bible themselves, and they said, wait, is that true? Is that true? Is that really in there? They examined the scriptures to see if what Paul and Silas were teaching, whether or not it was true. Do you do that? Do you get home from church after you hear a sermon and go, wait a second, let me see, let me read that in context. Is that really true? Because we're talking about forever. We're talking about the only thing that matters on this earth. So you better be a student of this book and not just take it for granted, because the Bible says in the last days, this is important, in 2 Timothy chapter 4, it talks about how in the last days there were going to be these false teachers everywhere.
That was Francis Chan on Star 88 with a PowerPoint.
What will it be like when my pain is gone and all the worries of this world just fade away? What will it be like when you call my name in that moment when I see you face to face? I'm waiting my whole life to hear you say, well done, my good and faithful one. Welcome to the place where you belong. Well done, my beloved child. You have run the race and now you're home. Welcome to the place where you belong. What will it be like when tears are washed away and every broken thing will finally be made whole? What will it be like when I come into your glory, standing in the presence of a love so beautiful? Heaven's angels crying out, singing
Well done to Rusty Taco for giving us breakfast and donating some Rusty Tacos so you guys can call in and get a 3-pack for a $10 donation. 866-730-4921.
Hey, reminder, Rusty Taco having their grand opening party on Friday the 16th. That's tomorrow.
Ooh.
Starting at 5:30 p.m., you'll have a chance to win free swag, taco cards, and a chance to win free tacos for a year.
I just want to be happy.
Well, you show up then, lady. All right. I'll be happy.
I'm like, who are you talking to? I just realized that's a lady. That's a lady?
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
She hangs out on the line all the time, just saying that over and over. You there, lady?
I just want to be happy.
I know you do.
I don't think I'm going to do this anymore. I was about
radio
to pour
for a career?
No. It's about to pour more habanero sauce.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
It does look, it's like one of those things, it's like, this sauce looks great.
So good, and it tastes amazing. Yeah, that was actual audio.
Oh, man. Good morning, everybody.
We had the chorizo and egg, by the way. What did you have?
Briskets. I had 3 of them.
You had the brisket?
I had 3 briskets.
I hate you.
I'm just kidding.
Everybody's talking about like the brisket.
I saw you going,
the
I
brisket
didn't get
and the
brisket.
steak tacos, and I'm going, they were all gone.
I did have 1 brisket, though. And
Was
I
it
had,
good?
Yeah, it was the best.
Gosh.
And I had a steak.
That's what everybody said.
And I had a chorizo.
Remember how I was like, I want steak and
Yeah,
brisket
remember I was the first one to
tacos.
grab the tacos?
Yeah. I got all chorizo
Yeah, thank you. All right.
and bacon. Oh,
All right.
thanks, Heidi.
866-730-4921. Again, 866-730-4921.
What's going on in the news today?
Michael Avenatti has been taken into custody by police in Los Angeles on suspicion of domestic violence.
Winter is here. It is the first significant storm of the season. Over 80 million people under some type of winter alert.
Terror rages on in California.
Hundreds still unaccounted for. Defense Secretary Mattis is at the border in Texas.
In Tijuana, the first of the migrant caravan has made it to the border.
President Trump striking a bipartisan tone, throwing his support behind legislation on prison sentence reform that's backed by members of both parties.
Authorities are investigating a mysterious death at Ohio University after Colin Wyant, an 18-year-old freshman, was found unresponsive in this off-campus apartment on Monday.
CNN versus Trump, a hearing in a U.S. District Court in Washington taking place.
This comes after the White House removed Jim Acosta's press pass.
The Harlem man who won New York's largest jackpot has now claimed his prize, worth a record $343.8 million.
Oh, good for you, sir. Good for you. Good morning, everybody.
Oh, hi.
Live from the Dream Style Remodeling, Star 88 Studios. Star Week. Thank you, everybody. Just calling in, taking advantage of these incentives. Man, we got a lot of stuff, man. Maybe you need a consult. Maybe you've been in an accident or an injury or will be in the future.
Call Dex and Steve-O Law Offices at 866-730-4921.
We'll be like Daredevil. You'll be Foggy and I'll be Daredevil.
What the? What? I hate you.
I called
you
it.
know how I feel
Yeah,
about
I called
Foggy
it.
Nelson.
You can be the girl if you want.
I'd rather be Ellen Page or whatever. Wait, no, what's her name? Karen. Who's Ellen Page? Isn't that Juno?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, we got those for a $100 donation. You can get the exam, the accident and injury consult. We got a bunch of those to give away. We got the Mr. Car Wash Platinum Wash Passes, $17 donation. There's a few of those left. Maybe you want your your car detailed. Universal Mobile, they're hooking it up with $100 donation. You'll get your car detailed for Universal Mobile detailing. And then, man, I'm really excited about the garage door tune-up. Our friend, our Starmy member, was it Chris? Chad? What's his name?
Sean.
Seth?
Steven.
Derek? Trent?
Nailed
Sears Garage Solutions donated a bunch of garage door tune-ups. So a $100 donation will get you that. How about the 1 hour Dermaplan facials? Okay?
And an arm and hand massage. Dude, I love that. I
want to. The hand massages are so great.
Hey, come here.
I don't know, dude. That's not hard enough.
What?
I need hard.
It's an arm. Like, you don't. What?
That feels so
Look
good.
at you.
Oh, man.
Dude, you work hard, sir.
Ah, God.
You work so hard.
You know what? You should be
buttons.
that guy at the mall that, or you see it like Whole Foods that sits
That's
over there and like
always-
rubs people's back.
Always weird to me.
It's so weird, right?
Like, you know what I need? I really needed
Yeah.
some asparagus.
Well, I'm at Whole Foods.
Some romaine lettuce and a dude to rub my back for 15 minutes.
I know, it's
What?
so weird.
I just really needed some organic coffee beans and a face rub.
Oh, man.
From that guy.
I'm just going to get a massage while I'm at Whole Foods.
Nothing says like super relaxation like being stuck in the produce section with a bunch of people trying to get groceries around you.
I love it. $80 donation. You can get a hand and arm massage.
Yeah.
From Dermaplane Facials. I don't know if that's
No,
how you say
it's
it.
Leah's wax and stash.
Okay.
I don't remember what it's called. Leah's hair and wax body. I don't remember. It's Leah's. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Leah.
If you guys could maybe update that, Heidi, Daniel, maybe let us know.
Technically, that came in through me.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
I should probably remember it. Leah's Wax and Go.
Here's another really cool thing. Pastor Jason came in yesterday. So he threw out that the Lobo Theater downtown in Nob Hill, he said, you know what? We'll pick a day. If somebody donates $1,000, they'll get to rent out the Lobo with 20 of their friends, up to 20 friends. And you guys get to pick a movie that's approved by us to watch at the Lobo. And we're going to be there with you, hanging out, watching the movie with you. So it's $1,000 donation to like rent out the Lobo Theater to watch a movie with us. Pretty cool. Nobody's taken that yet. So jump on it. I know a lot of you out there were trying to get a bunch of Starry members to donate $50. Try to get like 20 people to donate $50. I don't know. Maybe they're still working on that.
Yeah.
But thank you to Pastor Jason Mills for that.
Yeah.
Bunch of Wolf Creek ski passes available for a $144 donation. So many incentives, guys. So many. Take advantage of them. You're probably going to be spending the money anyways on food or, Wolf Creek passes anyways, Oil changes. You might as well. Your garage door is going to break this year, okay?
Dude,
you might as well.
Don't you put that on people. It's happened to me twice already in the same house. I hate it so much. I hate it.
All right. Well, the number again is 866-730-4921. So before the break, we were talking about some of our favorite interviews.
Yeah, dude.
I was going through the list, and man, it's hard for me to pick my favorites because Bo Brady from Days of Our Lives. I mean, that might have been one of my favorite interviews we've ever done.
You know what's funny is regularly we see celebrities on like TV or something and I go, oh yeah, we had that guy on our show.
Yeah, Bo Brady, like the man on Days of Our Lives. We had him on the show, and my mom was freaking out. It was great. That was a good one.
We this week I went and saw Goosebumps 2 with the nephew and niece. And the mom in that movie, she's also the mom on Goldberg's.
Oh yeah,
I completely forgot we had her on the show.
Yep.
People chiming in. Somebody said Steve Guttenberg was their favorite. See?
Steve Guttenberg.
Dude, Police Academy. Forgot about that.
He was a great interview.
Multiple people saying Gene the astronaut, hands down the favorite.
Thank you. That was a good punk.
That was the worst.
That was a good
For those
one.
that don't know, we were supposed to get a real astronaut because I had booked some pretty good guests and we were doing Interview Wars. And he claimed, I got this astronaut.
Well, I did.
Mm-hmm.
I had and I swear, I had the astronaut booked, and then they canceled on me.
Yeah, he died
because,
of lies.
No, the astronaut had to go to the doctor because he's so old or something. I'm serious. He had a doctor's appointment. I can pull up the email that I got from Carl.
No, it's just cool. That's cool.
All right. But then
Sorry,
I'm like,
guys.
I might as
Old
well.
age.
Everybody's so excited to have this astronaut on. I might as well call Joey Belleville and have him play
Good
the
old Brodus.
astronaut. And Teo and Steve-O had no idea. And oh my gosh, it was the funniest thing. If you missed that, then too bad for you because it was really funny.
Like, where are they going to find that?
I know.
Sarah said, Jordan Felice interview, because that's how I found you guys. It changed my mornings for the better.
No way.
Very cool.
He's always great when
He is fun. Good friend. Let's see. Thebe said, I like when you interview the couple whose wedding Dex didn't show up for. That's always fun.
Okay.
No, that's
Get over it, people.
impromptu. Kat says the Taco Bell lady was hilarious.
Taco B is killing me.
That was
Taco
fun.
B is killing me.
It's a war zone. There are explosions.
She was so
There are
sweet.
bombs going off. I can't even describe it.
Kim said, I think the best interview was when you guys had Double J on, talked about gun safety. Oh, gosh.
That was a really hard one because poor Double J, he lost his son.
Yeah. Fooling around with the handgun.
Yep, he was at home and he didn't have a lock on the gun and he was messing around and I guess somebody came home and it startled him and he shot himself and killed himself. And poor Double J, that was such a... First off, I can't even comprehend losing a child.
Yeah.
But he came in to share with people that, hey, we have to lock our guns up, we have to.
That's the realest I've ever seen that dude.
Yeah.
And it was man, I love that guy so much. And it was really cool to see him be able to use this horrible thing to pour into the community and say, hey guys, we need to get serious about this. So yeah.
Looking through some of these, Rachel Lee Cook, we had her on from She's All That. I don't think you were here for this one. You were pretty bummed. Allison Pill, were you with me or was Teo not here? One of you wasn't here.
Get out of my life forever. Allison Pill from Scott Pilgrim, and we quoted Scott Pilgrim references together.
Was it us or was
it?
It
was us.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of another.
You're thinking of Dominic Moynihan, who played Merry or Pippin, one of the Hobbits. He was also on Lost.
Yeah, okay.
I missed that one.
Okay.
Michael Rosenbaum was on, who played Lex Luthor on Smallville.
Oh, yes.
I was sick that day.
Yeah,
I was so mad. Mark says Jonathan Banks, definitely bring him back. I promise we will. When he's going to come in studio this time when he's back in Albuquerque for this next season of Better Call Saul.
Remember Jamie Bell from what's that show that he's on? Jamie Bell.
Jamie Bell. He was on a show called Turn.
Thank you.
Washington Spies. He was also one of the Fantastic Four. And a great dude. Wow, we've had some really good interviews.
We had Stephen Christian on from Amber Lynn. That's cool.
We had Patrick Fabian in studio, also from Better Call Saul. He plays Howard Hamlin. He was a fun interview.
Remember when we had Frank Stallone on? We had Sylvester Stallone.
So many random interviews.
We had Sylvester Stallone's brother, Frank Stallone, on, and it was great because he shared some stories about his brother and what it was like just growing up in the shadow of, Sylvester Stallone.
People are like, how have you not said this? I think it's because we keep remembering him from way, 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 way back in the day. Hello, guys. Chris Hemsworth. Nothing will ever top Chris Hemsworth. That was hard because that was such a quick interview.
It was quick. Yeah, he's very busy. He's an A-list actor.
He is.
But yeah, one of the best for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm looking through. Rick Dees, the radio legend. We had Rick Dees on, and I geeked out because I grew up listening to Rick Dees.
Somebody said Interview Wars overall, my favorite. Mark.
That was fun.
It was all right. I mean,
I won.
No.
Yeah, I did.
You really did.
No, I did.
Yeah, that's not a thing. So, somebody that I'm actually trying to book right now. Did you see this one this week that came across, Ernie Hudson?
Oh yeah, we've had him on before.
We've had him on the show before. He was from The Crow, Ghostbusters, and yeah, I'm trying to get him this week.
Which would be great because did you hear that they actually are writing something for another Ghostbusters with the original cast?
What?
Yeah, dude.
We're gonna talk about that.
Let's see, Kurt Angle. WWE superstar Kurt Angle. We had him on the show.
Yeah.
Cameron Monaghan from Gotham and Shameless. He was on the show. John Schneider of Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, we've had a couple of people actually chime in going, dude, John Schneider. He was a great interview. He was the dad on Smallville. I mean, come on. He was a great Jonathan
how about
Kent.
this one?
Okay.
When we had Belle Biv DeVoe on and we had your mom on at the same time so she could throw down on him for being too sexual when you were a kid. That was your first concert.
It was my first concert.
Gosh.
Tingley Coliseum, Belle Biv DeVoe. And they started, taking their clothes off during a song called do me.
Ah,
and my mom was like, we are out of here.
Yep.
And she was so mad, and we left, and it was like, this is my first concert experience. And so a couple years ago, we were able to interview Belle Biv DeVoe, all three of them. And we had my mom call on the phone. I told the whole story and then made them apologize to my mom.
They were so embarrassed.
They were. You could tell. It was like...
They're like, I'm sorry, ma'am.
Last
so
time
sorry.
Belle Biv DeVoe ever called the Morning Invasion.
Yep. Let's see. Who else did we have on? Let's see. Amber Midthunder, of course, from Legion on FX.
Man, she needs to get back in studio. Paul chimed in and said, what about JTT's mom, bro? She talked for like 10 minutes straight without taking a
From
breath.
Home Improvement?
From Home Improvement.
That lady was
Patricia
crazy.
Richardson.
She was crazy.
Somebody said the Brazilian musician that Dex asked what was your favorite decade.
Was that when I asked it? Was the Brazilian musician?
Remember? Because he's been a musician for like 60 years.
Yeah, he was like 80. And I'm like, well, pick a decade, sir.
Because he had hits in like 5 different decades.
That's a great question. I don't care what anybody says.
That's a stupid
No way. No way. Jason Mraz. We had Jason Mraz on the show.
Oh,
we
man.
had David Morse from, remember The Outsiders? And he's been in a ton of stuff.
Yeah. Somebody said I still remember the best part about when you guys got to interview Chris Hemsworth was because it was on April Fool's and nobody believed us. But then when he called in and it turned out to really be him, it was like the best reverse April Fool's prank of all time. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, you don't say
bad
no.
timing.
You don't say no to an interview. I don't care what day it is.
We had Jodie Sweetin from Full House and Fuller House. She plays Stephanie Tanner. She was. She talked about addiction. She struggled with meth, and she talked about her addiction and what it was like being in the Full House.
Dude, Phantom TV on Twitch said the unicorn because that's how they found us. Was when we interviewed the unicorn.
Really? One of the greatest interviews of all time.
Stupid.
That's him right there. That's Rudy the Unicorn. He was upset over the unicorn frappuccino at Starbucks.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Let's see here.
Britt says Leah Thompson. Totally my fave.
Do we have Mila Kunis on the show?
No, bro.
It says... Oh, wait. No, Shaq interviews Mila Kunis. I was like... We had Mila Kunis
we
on the
did
show?
not have Mila Kunis. No.
Okay.
Yeah, the mom from Back to the Future.
Yep.
Leah Thompson.
Yep, we did.
She was really, really cool. So, yeah.
What else? Jay Ferguson from Living Biblically. That got canceled quick.
that show got.
Dude.
Some good
Joel
ones.
for King and Country.
Oh, I mean,
Toby
that doesn't
Mac,
count.
Danny Goki.
Those don't count. Those are friends.
Let's see. Jim Carrey, Brad Pitt, Sean Connery. I mean, we're just A-list actors.
One of my favorites of recent memory was Tom Paine, who plays Jesus on The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Because it was really cool to get real about where the show is and what's going on because it's kind of been tanking in the ratings, but getting to talk to him as a human being, what it's like being on a TV show like that. And, I mean, he wasn't known for anything before. Now, homie can't go to the grocery store. So,
okay. Now, we just named some of our favorite interviews. When we come back, let's name our worst interview. Okay? You have to pick one. I'll pick one. I can think of a couple right out the gate, but I have an interview that I absolutely hated. And I'll tell you about that.
I got a couple that came to mind immediately. So
maybe you want to chime in, let us know what your favorite or worst interview we've done over the past 3 years. You guys can do that. It is Star Week. Keep us on the air so we can continue some more incredible interviews. 866-730-4921. That's 866-730-4921. You got to call right now and support us. $10 donation, whatever you want to donate. Be a superstar for $88 a month. You can have your own week. We've personalized a week for you where you can do a personalized 20-second greeting, giving whoever a shout out, put your picture in the studio, hook you up with a bunch of Star 88 swag. $88 a month. Be a superstar. All right, we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hang out.
Star 88 thanks the Rain Tunnel Car Spa for becoming a power partner and supporting this hour of programming. The Rain Tunnel Car Spa with 3 and soon 4 Albuquerque locations, providing car washes, detailing, and gasoline. RainTunnelCarspa.com.
Imagine a world where you could simply speak aloud what you want to listen to, and it happened. Well, good news. If you have an Amazon Echo, or Dot or another Alexa-enabled device, you now live in that world. It's incredibly simple. All you have to do is say, Alexa, play Star 88.
Star 88 from TuneIn.
You don't need to do anything else. No skills required. Just ask Alexa to play Star 88 and enjoy.
A supernova on Star 88 with David Jeremiah.
Now, most of you are like me. We've been sort of oblivious to angels most of our lives. So there's really no telling how many times they've intervened when we've needed them. Some years ago, when I had my ordination for the gospel ministry, I was in ordination council, and they asked me a question. We were discussing angels, and they asked me, do you believe in guardian angels? And before I could answer, my mother, who was sitting there, said, well, if he doesn't, I do. That's what she said in the meeting. And she had watched me grow up and all of the close calls I had had along the way. But we are not usually aware of the intervention of angels in our lives because they're invisible. Well, you say, Pastor Jeremiah, if angels are invisible, then how is it that so many angel sightings have been reported both in the Bible and in today's world? There has to be an answer to that, and frankly, there are two answers to it. And they're both right from the Word of God.
Turning Point with David Jeremiah. Don't miss it on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 11 a.m. on 107.1 FM. This is KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, rebroadcast on KKCJ, Cannon Air Force Base, KPKJ, Mintmore, K201CC, Las Cruces, K203EZ, Alamogordo, K207CQ, Gallup, K211CW, Hobbs, K212EH, Silver City, K214DE, Antonito, K218AK, Artesia, K250AB, Roswell, K293AO, Alamosa, K228DQ, Portales, in the free app for iOS and Android, and online at star88.fm.
Darkness tries to roll over my bones, when sorrow comes to steal the joy I own, when brokenness and pain is all I know, I won't be shaken. No, I won't be shaken. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love.
Josh Baldwin, Stand in Your Love. It's Star 88. Good morning.
What does that mean?
What?
What is? I just have never noticed really that that's what it's called.
Stand in Your Love?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
Wait. Why did it make you laugh? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Stand in Your Love made you laugh?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do we ever think about song titles? Let's
Stand
be
in
real.
Your Love. Like,
yeah.
That seems totally...
Like the essence of God's love is surrounding you to where
you're
just
standing in it?
Like you're just knee deep in love?
Why knee deep?
Waist deep?
If you're standing in it,
Right.
wouldn't it consume you?
No, because you're standing in it.
Or
so
what
it's
if
like,
it's only like ankle high?
I just
Why
immediately
knee-high?
thought of like a kiddie pool, and it was like full of love.
See, now that's funny when you put it like that.
You're standing in God's love.
A kiddie pool of God's love.
I just think sometimes we have these like terms that we don't really like think about.
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean?
That, or some people would think that the only way to stand in God's love is to be like at a church.
Maybe.
You know?
Because it's holy ground?
It's holy ground. But in reality, it's all holy, bro.
Okay.
905.
Because we're called to like we stand in our
905.
faith, but like
905.
like actually in your
Give me the 10.
love.
905.
Okay, the high today. I think the habanero salsa is getting to
Yeah,
me,
I think
man.
it is.
I've had quite a bit.
Give me the high.
High today at 55 degrees.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
So we are doing Star Week. And before the break, we did say we'll give you our least favorite, the worst interview we've ever done in the past 3 years. We'll tell you that here in a second. But you got to call 866-730-4921 and be a part of Star Week. We do it once a year where we ask for support because we don't play commercials, guys. We are listener supported. The only way that we survive is by you guys jumping on board and being monthly contributors or just donating whatever you can to keep us on the air because it costs a lot of money to keep us going.
Yeah.
So 866-730-4921. We won't be around much longer if we don't get that support. So, and that's the truth.
Dude, it's Christmas. I gotta be around, bro. I got kids and presents.
Better
to buy.
join Uber and Lyft with me then,
Okay.
you know? Because you just never know, man. So we got a lot of incentives. Be a part of it. We have Wolf Creek passes, $144 donation. Get you those Wolf Creek passes. The UFC gym monthly memberships are still available for a $100 donation. Those Mr. Car Washes are going fast. $17 donation.
Just gonna put this coffee up here and hope it doesn't spill.
Okay. Mark Pardo. We got one left of the Mark Pardo Salon gift card. Ladies, you're going to do your hair anyways. How about a $50 donation to Star 88 and get that Mark Pardo
Yeah,
gift
and
card?
you don't even have to use it for your hair. You could get a facial, a massage. You do all kinds of stuff at Mark
Do they
Pardo.
do the hand massages there?
They do, yeah. And like when you get your hair did, they do like the face head
Really?
massage thing.
Okay. You got to get an oil change every 5,000 miles. So
Remember when it
Why
used to
not?
be like 1,500 miles? Those jerks, they were ripping us off back in the day.
really 1,500 miles?
It
I've never taught that.
It was maybe 2,000 miles.
What kind of? Maybe depending on the car you were driving.
Yeah, that's true. I was had like the 1980s Subaru.
Exactly.
I didn't have cool cars.
All right. There you go. 866-730-4921. Call now. All right. So we've been going over some of our favorite celebrities that we've interviewed. And I was thinking, all right, what's the worst interview? A lot of people are chiming in.
Yeah, and it was just about unanimous, like instantaneously.
I know, right? Seriously.
You said, what was the worst interview? Which is funny because it's not where my brain went.
Really?
It wasn't. The very first person that texted in, this was exactly how they said it. Kevin, all about himself, Sorbo.
Thank you. I'm so glad. I mean, Liveline was like, Kevin Sorbo. That's exactly
Dude, yeah,
who
our Instagram
was mine. Oh.
On YouTube, on Twitch, everyone, Kevin Sorbo. Kevin Sorbo.
All right, here's
Kevin
the deal.
Sorbo.
If you don't know who Kevin Sorbo is, he played Hercules in the 90s series.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, he's been in every cheesy Christian movie.
Not every.
Almost. I'm just saying, God's not dead.
He's surely alive.
But we've had him on a couple times, and I'm telling you, the guy is the worst interview possible because
I
he's
even
so
had a
full. I'm sorry, but he's
challenge.
so full of himself.
And I
he
challenged,
turned off
I was
a lot
like,
of
guys,
people.
here's what we're gonna do. Where like this last time we had him on the show, it was like we're gonna like make it a better interview. We're gonna make him focus, and we're gonna
No.
no.
And that's the thing. We had multiple people after the interview just so disgusted.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We have listeners out there like that aren't believers, you know?
Yeah.
And we love that. And I think it's amazing that we have that. But when you get somebody on like Kevin Sorbo and he starts talking about like the things he was talking about.
When I was a child, we called those me monsters.
It just gives us a bad name, man. And like that was it was gross. And I don't know, man. I'd say we ban Kevin Sorbo from ever calling the show again. That's just my personal opinion. But anyway, so that was mine. What about you, Steve-O? Worst interview we've
see, that's what
had?
I thought of like a couple different, and then all of a sudden I'm like, well, no, that really was because it was uncomfortable. It was some of my least favorites would have to be the lady in the bed with the poodles from like the reality TV show.
Are you being serious right now?
Yes,
I feel like
dude. It was like, oh, what are we doing? The girl from The Voice who took vocal lessons from Britt Romney because every third word was like, and we couldn't get a word in edgewise.
She was like 10.
Yeah. Okay. What were we doing interviewing her?
Because she was on The
Thanks,
Voice.
NBC's The Voice.
Hey, go ahead. You're on the show.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm here in the four-poster bed with the two poodles and the cat.
That was one of the best interviews. She was from the Real Housewives of New York City, and she was great.
I will say that one was at least like...
She was wasted at 7 a.m.
No, stop it. Because she wasn't. That was the worst part. Is we
Good
were
morning.
We really thought that was it. And it was like, guys, if you watch the show, actually she's in rehab. And no, she's not.
Oh, man. The poor thing.
It was at least entertaining. Whereas the Kevin Sorbo one, everybody was just annoyed and turned off. So you're right. You're right. Kevin Sorbo probably wins, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate.
What are the people saying?
That's it, sadly.
Okay.
Literally everyone. One person said Josh Garrels. Pat chimed in. Remember Josh Garrels? Because Josh Garrels, the music artist, he is very like, he's an artist. Because I also think of my boy Dustin Kensrue from Thrice. And people thought that was a bad interview because he's just, not only is he soft, but he thinks about the words that he says before he says them. Everything's very intentional with his wording, and therefore he was kind of careful with the things he was saying, and it came off a certain way. But I thoroughly enjoyed it because we got to talk about like worship and what music is and what it like being a Christian and so. But it was still a difficult interview because of the 2, 3, 4 word answers. So I hear that.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the time I got to interview Jerry Lewis before he passed away because you and Jerry used to hang out. This is so great, guys.
Hi, Jerry. It's good to see you. We're doing a piece on very old people and thought you would be the perfect person to talk to.
Why?
Well, because you're really old.
Why?
Jerry, would you rather be taken care of by a nurse or a nun?
None.
Jerry, what makes you get up every day to face another day of just being so old?
Because we do it well.
Jerry, I know you've been friends with Steve-O Jeter for a lot of years.
Anyone that's 90 does.
What year did you guys meet?
1947.
Wow. What was Steve-O like when you first met? Was he the same as he is now?
The same.
He's the same?
Exactly the same.
What was he like?
A dusty kowtow.
What was that friendship like?
What do you mean?
Did you enjoy hanging out with Steve-O?
When my partner was alive.
If you had one piece of advice for Steve-O now, what would that be, Jerry?
It was terrific.
I bet you guys did crazy things together. Maybe you could share just a quick story?
I'll show you some material, you'll know.
Okay, well, thank you, Jerry, for taking the time.
All right, clean it out of here.
Thank you.
Gosh, man, that was a great interview. Could you believe that Steve-O hung out with Jerry Lewis back in the 40s? Rest in peace, Jerry Lewis. Rest in peace, man. What a crusty old crankbox, man. Seriously. Wow. If I'm that way when I'm old, will you take me out back? Please?
It's almost choked on taco. Oh, man.
It's just, all right. Well,
our boy Austin said, but for real, FF5. Do you remember the last time we had FF5?
Yeah, right? That was weird.
Okay, so here's something. Little insight. We don't normally dive into stuff like this, but...
Are you going to pull back the curtain again?
I'm going to pull back the curtain a little bit.
I hate when you do that.
Well, I always feel bad because, it's a good reminder for us as Christians, as human beings, that you really only get a few minutes to make an impression on someone. You know what I mean? The first time you meet them, whatever it may be. And as Christians especially, we've got not only this target on us because, hey, you're a Christian, you're supposed to be A, B, and C. And sometimes when you're not, then it just gets thrown out the window like, oh, well, look at this. See, Christianity, it's a farce. It's a reminder that we really need to watch our words. We really need to present ourselves well. And I know, dude, we're real, and sometimes things are just bleh. But I remember that Family Force 5 interview and how terribly awkward it was.
Yeah.
But if you knew what was going on at the time, like now being removed from it, they were going through some turmoil as a band. And if you remember who was in studio, it was the brothers, and it was our boy Teddy, who went by Hollywood at the time, who is now drumming for King and Country. No longer with Family Force 5. In fact, I don't even know if Family Force 5 is doing anything anymore because that was
called
at
FF5,
the end of a really crazy tour. There was some inner turmoil in the band, and so they were trying to promote the show that they were doing, but at the same time, nobody wanted to be here.
Yeah.
Except Teddy. Teddy was stoked. Teddy was great.
Oh, yeah, Teddy was awesome.
But it was just really awkward because sometimes maybe it's a record label or it's the network that you know that your TV show's on that you have to do these interviews, and you can tell when people just don't want to be there, and it's really, really unfortunate. So
yeah,
that was a bad one.
Theo Rossi, yeah. Good morning. You there?
Hi.
Hi.
Yep, I'm here. I just wanted to make sure the Matthew West concert was still on for tonight.
Oh, the Matthew West concert.
Let me double check that.
For tonight.
Quick Google
Which,
search.
of course, we knew that he's in town.
Wow.
Because you're calling about the show in Albuquerque?
No, in Fort Wayne.
Oh,
in
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
In Fort
Wayne, Indiana?
I don't know who I'm calling. Yes.
Fort Wayne, Indiana. Okay,
Yeah,
we're going to double check here. All right. Do you know what radio station you're calling?
Yeah, 88.3.
Yeah.
Where
Star
are
88.3.
we?
Star 88.
Where are we? What city do we live in?
What city do we?
I don't know.
Oh, wow. Okay. I
How
mean,
did you
that's
find
fine.
It's the app. This is the number on the app.
That's cool. How did you find us?
It was on the app.
But how did you find
The
Star 88 in
iPhone app.
general? How did you find Star 88 in general? Are you calling from Indiana?
Yeah, I'm calling from Fort Wayne, and I listen to it here.
Nice. Well, thank you. That's really,
Wait,
cool.
but you listen to the app?
No, I usually listen to it on my car radio, but right now I'm in my house, and I wanted to find out if the concert was still playing, and so
you know what?
Like, I'll just call and ask.
This is amazing because here's the thing. Sometimes God has these really cool God moments that like change everything forever. Are you ready to have your mind blown? And are you ready to just realize, wow, I finally found what I've been searching for my entire life? Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
So we're Star 88 FM in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're a Christian station. We do play Matthew West and Jeremy Camp. We have a much better morning show. Oh, gosh. It's not boring and tragically bad like the one in Indiana. However, you've never heard us before. So maybe you found us through this app and God's showing you that it's really cool to love Jesus and still have creativity and be an individual.
Amen.
And I love everything about this. And to answer your question, according to the website, the Jeremy Camp Matthew West concert is still happening tonight at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum.
Beautiful.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure the weather didn't cancel it.
Yeah, I can't tell you whether or not that's a thing because, again, New Mexico. However, yeah, show starts at 7 p.m. We
That's
love
very cool.
those guys. Yeah, those are great dudes.
I'm so
both of
glad.
those guys.
I'm so glad that you're listening to us
I
through the
know.
app. And
welcome to
yeah.
the real Star 88.
It's very cool.
They totally stole our name because we're pretty great. We've been around since the 70s, but we're not that old. We're actually younger. And we took over this station from
so confused
our
right now.
parents who founded it in 1937.
All right.
Wow. No, yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Enjoy that show. Call us back. Let us know how it
And
went,
make sure,
okay?
if you happen to see either of those guys, make sure you tell them that Dex and Steve-O sent you their way because those guys are actually friends of ours and they're really good dudes. So, yeah. Loves me some Jeremy Camp. So, thanks for joining the Star Meet today.
We'll see you.
It's great.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, bye.
So let me get this straight.
Yeah, go ahead.
What I got from this phone call is this woman, at one point, she downloaded Star 88 because there's a Star 88 in
Fort Wayne, Indiana. Called WLAB.
She just
88.3
downloaded the
FM.
wrong Star 88 app.
She downloaded the wrong app.
And so she's been listening to us all along, thinking we were in Indiana.
Yeah, maybe.
Did she say how long she was listening to
No,
us?
I don't think she. No, I think she just downloaded
think she
the
just
app
did?
trying to find us because, unlike our amazing web presence and app and YouTube and everything that we've got going on, they have a terrible social media and presence.
Do they have a morning show?
I don't know. Oh gosh.
Okay.
Do we want to listen in?
Chris Tomlin is the morning show?
Chris Tomlin is the morning show.
Just kidding.
By the way, somebody chimed in about best interviews, and they said hands down Chris Tomlin because he was laughing so hard he couldn't speak.
Oh, yeah, when we were out in Dallas?
Yeah,
that was a
fun.
good one.
That was really
For
fun.
sure.
So, by the way, the weather is crazy over in Indiana, so I don't know. Maybe they're not. Maybe it's not happening. I don't know. Let's see who the DJs are over at Star 88.3. And oh, gosh.
Okay.
Scott and Sam do the morning show. Who are these people?
Well, all right. What were we talking about? Oh, we're talking about interviews.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going through some more of these interviews. Seriously.
Yeah.
When you booked remember when you booked the psychic on the show? Yeah. Guys, Steve-O Jeter booked a psychic on the show.
No.
Yeah.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Our booking agent calls me and says,
Really? You can play that
we
card.
want to book this person. And I said, dude, we are a Christian station. Are you kidding me? And he said, no. Let me finish. Here's why we want to. She considers herself a Christian psychic. Remember?
That's right. Yeah.
And so I was like, booked, because I'd love to talk to her about how she reconciles that with her faith and scripture. And
You know what? I take that back. That was a pretty good interview.
and it was a good interview
Yeah, good
because
job.
she didn't shy away from her.
Yeah.
And we didn't shy away from God's word. So
yeah, that was good.
It was a good interview.
I remember Mark
Trying to shame me.
Kahn. Mark Kahn from the Walking in Memphis guy.
yeah.
Walking in Memphis.
Yeah.
We had that guy on.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Cool.
many great interviews, man.
Yeah.
Oh, we had WWE Diva Kelly on.
We had
Cool.
WWE superstar Shawn Michaels on.
We had Shawn Michaels. Yeah, we did. Oh, remember we had Brian T. He played Shredder in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, oh, dude, I still follow that guy.
Really?
We're friends on the old
What's
Twitters.
he doing, man? Is he?
He's on a Chicago show.
Chicago,
The Chicago
Fire?
No, it's the doctor one.
Oh, Shield.
Chicago MD. Is that what it's
Chicago?
called?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
We had Brooke Shields on. I forgot we had Brooke Shields on.
I completely forgot we interviewed Brooke
wow.
Shields.
I'm going through some of these going, oh my gosh, we had some pretty cool people on. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
There's that Miles Teller. Get out of here. Worst interview. You know what? I take it back. He's the worst interview ever.
Okay. He wasn't
right.
that bad.
Yeah, he was. He was just a snob.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 866-730-4921 if you would like to donate to the station, be a part of Star Week.
Is there any irony to the fact that this morning with B-Nix in the 7 o'clock hour, we were talking about cloning, and then we get a call from Fort Wayne, Indiana, trying to get a hold of Star 88's morning show? Their
Right?
morning show is called Scott and Sam.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like the upside down.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break, guys. It's Star Week. It's Thursday, man. We've got today and tomorrow. That's it. So, again, a lot of these incentives, you're going to be paying money for a lot of this stuff. Oil changes. We have Southern Boulevard and Christian Brothers. They gave us some oil changes, a $40 donation, which actually is seems like a deal, right?
Yeah.
$40 oil change. You're going to be doing it anyways. Call right now, 866-730-4921. Let's see. We got Cascard Garden. They donated a 30-minute massage. Remember, we still have the ABQ axe, throwing the axes. We got a 6-pack of that. We're going to be going with you to throw axes. $280. Get the family together. We'll go throw axes. Thank you to ABQ Axe. So many things on this list. We'll go over more of those when we come back.
All right.
866-730-4921. Call now. We'll be right back.
Skip Heitzig has this hotspot about atheism.
Atheists have good questions. Make sure that you have good answers for them.
Hotspot. We shouldn't talk at unbelievers. We should talk with them.
You see, the world is like a living, dynamic courtroom. People are always, on a daily basis, deciding to receive Christ, to inquire about Christ, to move a little closer to that position, or to reject Him.
Find a treasury of messages by Skip at connectwithskip.com. Now, Skip reminds us,
you can win the argument and lose the soul. Then you've lost it all. Listen, we need to engage their minds while praying for their souls.
Here's a thought. Add the Skip Heitzig app to your Apple TV. Here's a closing point in this hotspot.
When you feel intimidated by an unbeliever, you need to recognize three things. Your inadequacy, God's sovereignty, and recognize their necessities.
Hotspot.
This is a fresh thought. Listen up to Levi Lusko.
Inside you, there's this old nature that used to be in charge before you followed Jesus, and you used to do everything you felt like doing. But then the day came when you gave your life to Christ, and the Bible says it's a new birth. God gave you a new spirit on the inside, and there's a new man. There's an old man and a new man, an old woman and a new woman, and an old you and a new you. So you got the new you, and the new you can listen to God and can do things like that He wants you to do. But the problem is that old nature is still there, and it will still be there till heaven. And the Christian life is all about learning to live in the Spirit and not in the flesh. To live as that new man and not as that old man. And so that's the rub. That's the most difficult part.
For more fresh thoughts, go to LeviLusko.com.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. Ooh, oh, you say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I'm weak. And you say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. You'll have every failure, God. You'll have every victory. Oh, you say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I'm strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. When I don't belong, oh, you say I'm yours, and I believe, what you say of me. I believe, yes, I believe what you say of me.
Lauren Daigle, you say. Star 88.
Only hear what I want to.
Good morning, everybody.
Lisa
9:30. Lisa Loeb.
Yeah. Remember that song? Oh, that's called Stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hi today at 54 degrees.
Thank you.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Oh, man, we only got a couple more of them Boba Tea Suck Bucks gift cards. Like 2 left, guys, for a $20 donation. You guys can get that. You're going to go anyways, all right? You know what I'm saying? 866-730-4921. 866-730-4921. Call right now. Support the station. If you love us, well, support us. Any amount will do. Become a superstar. Maybe you can afford $88 a month to keep us going every month throughout 2019. We're going to hook you up big time. We're going to give you like a 20-second ad, basically, recording of yourself, just giving shout-outs to whoever you want. We're going to put your picture in the studio right next to Britt Momney's. And, yeah, we're going to hook you up with a bunch of Star 88 swag. So be a superstar. Call on that number and say, I want to be a superstar. What else we got on the list, Steve? Anything cool? Oh, man, we all out of those movie tickets.
You know what's still on the list that we haven't given away? The Lobo Theater.
Yeah.
It's the oldest, most historic theater on Route 66. It's where I saw a lot of great movies back in the high school days. Our boy Jason Mills, pastor of that campus, Calvary Knob Hill, was like, hey, I'm going to give you the Lobo Theater. You and your favorite people, all your friends, and the Morning Invasion, and you can screen any movie you want. Now, it can't be a movie that's currently in the movie theater, because we don't have the rights to those.
Sure.
But anything else, yeah. And so it was a $1,000 donation. You get the whole place.
Yep, we have to approve it.
Catch a flick. Dude, I really want somebody to do that and pick a terrible movie so that we can be mic'd and do like a Mystery Science Theater 3000, because we'll tear it down.
You know what I saw on Facebook? It was like 35th anniversary or something of Big Trouble in Little China yesterday. And I thought about that, watching it at the Lobo Theater. I was like, oh, man, that would be a cool one. Yeah, but you guys get to pick. I mean, if you want, you could have me pick your movie. I'm a pretty good picker.
What would you pick? If you could
Chronicles
pick
of
one
Riddick.
movie?
Just kidding.
Of all of the movies, you get one movie.
One movie?
One movie to watch with all of us.
Let me think here.
It's your legacy.
It's tough,
before
man.
you die.
I can't say the name of the movie.
Wait, you really have a movie in your brain?
Yeah.
That you would really, that's your go-to? Like
well,
your number one?
It's not done yet. If they get this version finished, then we could do it.
Huh?
They're actually making a PG-13 version of this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Once Upon a Deadpool.
Yeah.
It's the PG-13 version coming out in December.
When does that? Oh, it comes out in December?
Yeah, it's next month.
So maybe if we could do it next year.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
That'd be my movie.
The family. Oh, Jarrett said Princess Bride. Boom. Like
Princess
instantaneously.
Bride? Goonies would be cool.
Goonies would be cool. Dude, Princess Bride.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the best. Katrina said War Room.
War Room?
War Room.
All right.
Diego says Tombstone.
Ooh, yeah. Best
They're
Western.
already good options. Best Western.
It's Best Western, like the hotel.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking
about. Isn't Tombstone rated R?
What?
Sorry, we can't do that one. Let's see. We got some Wolf Creek ski passes. Yes. $144 donation, guys. You're probably going to go up there anyways and spend a ton of money. Why not jump on board and donate $144 to us, and then we'll give you a pair of tickets to go to Wolf Creek to ski or snowboard. Again, 866-730-4921 to get those. Sears Garage Solutions donated some garage door tune-ups. $100 donation. You need your garage door tuned up. Boom. Knighted. You're done.
Diego says, come on, bro. Tombstone was R for violence. Nothing else.
Well, and even Pastor Jason Mills said,
Well, yeah, because there were some greats
movies.
like Braveheart, Gladiator was mentioned. I was like, well, yeah, those, yes. Dan says Samson, bro. Let's do
it would be funny to do Samson.
I don't know if
we made fun of that thing for a full year.
We watched it.
I kind of want to watch it again,
just
with like listeners would be so much fun to watch with because, gosh, it was so comical.
Yeah. Gosh, it was so bad, guys.
A lot of people are just donating $10 and getting themselves that brand new Star 88 T-shirt.
Yeah, which is great. I love the material, man. Shout out to Ink Theory for that. We got some cool shirts.
We have the Lobo football game for we get 2 more games left this season, right?
Yeah.
So we got
This
a
Saturday,
4-pack of tickets for you if you'd like to go see the Lobos play some football. $108 donation. UFC Gym monthly membership, $100 donation.
Jerry on Twitch said Back to the Future, by the way.
Oh, see, that'd be good.
See, guys, come on. Let's do this. Get it together. 1-866-730-4921. 866-730-4921. There's so many rad things. And the best part is we're a listener-supported station. We're non-commercial. We need your help to survive 2019. We really, really do. I can't stress that enough. So if you'd like to see this ministry and this morning show continue in 2019, we absolutely need your financial support. So it's cool that everybody's chiming in on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch now. We got a lot of people that follow, that stream, that kick it with us, but we actually need financial support as well. Not just,
Yeah, that's right, man. Okay. Dave & Buster's, we got a gift basket to Dave & Buster's, $50 donation.
Brody, that's his favorite place on the planet, so we could do that.
Universal Mobile Detailing, you get your car detailed, $100 donation. Let's see, Larry H. Miller, prepaid maintenance plan, $90 donation.
Nice.
Elevate Trampoline donated a bunch of 1-hour jump passes for a $75 donation. Fallout gift cards, 1-hour jump pass for $12.
Nice.
So, man, there's so many great things on here, guys. Come on, do it up. 866-730-4921. Take advantage of the incentives. Become a superstar if you'd like.
Superstar.
Or you can go to star88.fm and you can just donate right there. You can't get any of the incentives if you go to star88.fm, but if that's what you want to do, a lot of people are doing it that way as well. So we thank you so much for that.
Britt decided to pull out Seth's 401k to rent the Lobo.
Oh,
so
gosh, Seth. Oof.
Sorry, bro.
Oh, my gosh.
Dan said, anything for New Mexico United? Nothing yet.
Yeah.
I know. However, tonight they're having a free event at Isotopes. I'll be there. Yeah. It's called the Meet Your Seat. And it's literally just to go see. They actually put out the soccer field yesterday at Isotopes Park.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can go see what it's going to be like to see a soccer experience at a baseball stadium.
Yeah,
so
that'll be kind of cool.
I'm interested to see what it's going to look like. So we can talk about it tomorrow because I'm going to go check it out tonight.
Good.
So, yeah.
866-730-4921 if you'd like to call in, be a part of Star Week. Let's take just like a 2-minute break, guys.
Okay.
Call right now. 866-730-4921. Oh, I thought you raised your hand.
No, I was giving you the thumbs up.
Okay.
Certain uncertainty. I know that I'm called to go, but I don't understand the details.
Need some divine direction? Here's Craig Rochelle on a Star 88 PowerPoint.
Lord determines your steps. I know that I'm called to go, but I don't understand the details. Show me the details. All I'm going to do is show you the next step. Certain uncertainty. Sometimes people ask me as a leader, now, Craig, what's your plan for the future of the church? And let me tell you, my philosophy of leadership has changed significantly. What's your plan? My plan is rarely about the future. My plan is to be obedient today. Say it again. My plan is rarely about the future. My plan is to be obedient today. I cannot see the future, but I can be faithful to take the next step. But I want certainty. I want certainty. You want certainty? Here's some certainty. God will never leave you. He will never forsake you.
Now that's a PowerPoint with Craig Rochelle on Star 88.
Hey, what's going on in the news today?
Michael Avenatti has been taken into custody by police in Los Angeles on suspicion of domestic violence.
Winter is here.
It is the first significant storm of the season.
Over 80 million people under some type of winter alert.
Terror rages on in California.
Hundreds still unaccounted for.
Defense Secretary Mattis is at the border in Texas.
In Tijuana, the first of the migrant caravan has made it to the border.
President Trump striking a bipartisan tone, throwing his support behind legislation on prison sentence reform that's backed by members of both parties.
Authorities are investigating a mysterious death at Ohio University after Colin Wyant, an 18-year-old freshman, was found unresponsive in this off-campus apartment on Monday.
CNN versus Trump, a hearing in a U.S. District Court in Washington taking place.
This comes after the White House removed Jim Acosta's press pass.
The Harlem man who won New York's largest jackpot has now claimed his prize, worth a record $343.8 million.
Oh, man, just about ready to wrap up the morning invasion, but Star Week continues. Coming up after 10 o'clock with Heidi, we got Daniel, those other guys that are on the station that I don't know of. Oh, Joe. Is Joe on at night? Who's on the night, Jim?
Yeah.
Joe?
On the night shift.
I'm never up that late, guys. I go to bed so early.
Dude, same.
Welcome to the show. You guys can call in 505-338-3700 if you'd like to call into the studio, or you can text in on the live line. What's the number?
That's 505-585-5483. That's 505-585 live.
And shout out to everybody on Twitch and YouTube watching us right now. Thank you so much, guys. Just search Star 88 FM and you'll find us. You can hang out with us. You can comment and just be a part of the show. 866-730-4921 if you'd like to call in and donate to the station for Star Week. We have today and tomorrow, and that's it. And we're looking to get fully funded for next year, guys. Of course, it's tax deductible, and we're coming up on the end of the year. So you're looking to unload?
You're looking to unload.
Right here, man. Come on. Bring it. We got a lot of incentives for you. Call the number 866-730-4921 and talk to Heidi or Daniel or Joe and get signed up. You know who Patrick Mahomes is?
Yeah, of course.
Chiefs quarterback. I guess he's always loved ketchup, especially with steak.
Gross.
Stop it right now.
What?
Stop it.
If the steak is cooked well, you don't need anything on it.
This is what I don't understand about food snobs, and I'm just going to call you a food snob.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Bill and Kay and Jake Peterson. Food snobs. I love my steak sometimes with ranch. I'll have ranch on the side.
Gosh, dude.
Also, I like my Coney dogs with, let's just say, mayo.
Oh. Mustard only, bro.
They saw me they made Coney dogs the other day, and they saw me putting mayonnaise. Kay walks over, grabs my Coney dog, and says, "You can't eat this," and walked away. And she took my Coney dog away. It was really sad, but
good.
You know, why? Why can't I eat it the way I want it, you know? Why? Well, Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs quarterback, he's now kind of embarrassed to put ketchup on his steak now that he's famous. Wow. Think about this, Steve-O. You are the quarterback for the Chiefs. You probably hang out with a lot of fancy, butter lobster type people that, oh my gosh, I'm so rich.
Like other
football
players?
My steak is just, I don't even need a knife to cut my steak because I only eat the Japanese type of steak called
Kobe beef.
Thank you. Wow, you are rich. You even knew what it was. Yeah, you can tell who makes more money here. He knew what it was. I was like, I
mean, I've been here
name
15 years, bro. If you make more money
Kobe.
than me, I'm just so mad.
Kobe. Yeah. ESPN just did a long profile on Patrick, and there's a section where his grandfather asked him what it's like to be famous, and he says, well, he eats less ketchup. Apparently, he spent most of his life putting it on everything.
That's Brody Parker, who is 6, by the way.
He'd even get bottles of it for his birthday. He loved it so much. But he says now that everyone is watching everything he does, he's kind of embarrassed to order it because, well, people like shame him for putting ketchup.
Speaking of shaming people, Mark wants to know, like, why is it rich people all have a cold? Because every time you do a rich guy.
Yes. Oh, yes. Lobster butter.
No, that was like Kermit the Frog.
Yes, lobster butter. Whenever you try to tell me to do that whatever voice, I can never do it. It's like, do your rich, snobby voice. Yes. Oh, yes, I drink lobster butter. That's good.
Well done, Mark. Like how stupid people like their steak. Well done, because then it's ruined.
Yeah, no kidding.
Medium rare, bro. Medium rare.
Oh, my gosh.
Unless you're Dex, who claims he wants it medium rare, and then it comes out pink, and he's like, excuse me, sir?
That's not how it went down.
Okay. We were in Texas.
A $20 steak.
We're in Texas, all right?
Yeah,
they
Texas.
know how to do steak.
Yeah, you would think. You would think they
we're
would.
At this fancy restaurant in the hotel, and he orders the steak, and it comes out, and he cuts into it, and he's like, this one doesn't taste right. I said medium rare, and this is clearly medium.
Well done. It was a well done steak.
Whatever.
I was so mad.
Clearly not well done, because
Okay.
then he took it back.
I did,
And then they
which I
brought it
never
back
do.
Another $20 steak.
Yeah.
And he cuts into it, and they said, make sure it's to your liking, sir. And he cuts into it.
That's not what they
and
did at
then,
all. This waitress was terrible.
And he tasted it, and he's like, I clearly see this has been cooked at 163 degrees.
That is not how it went
I
down.
needed mine at 137 degrees.
Not how it
Be
went
gone
down.
with you, peasant. And then took it back again.
I've never done that in my life where I've sent food. Honestly, I'm not the
I
guy
couldn't
who
believe
sends
it.
it back.
I couldn't
I'm not
believe
the
it.
guy who sends food back because I know what they do to my food when they send it back.
Yeah.
But I was in Texas and I was spending some money, which, you know me, I don't have a lot of money.
You were spending some money. It's called per diem,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly. I knew I had to spend it, okay? So it's like, hey, dude, I'm going to spend this on a steak. I expect to get a good steak. Oh, man. 3 times, man.
So embarrassing.
And then I finally get it the 3rd time, and it's still not. And then I get the bill, and they still charged me for it after I didn't eat it.
How did I forget this part?
I didn't even eat it.
He gets a third $20 steak and then has like 2 bites, and he's like, "I'm trying
Yeah,
with
it's terrible.
ketchup.
It's the
Do you have
worst
any
steak.
like
It was like freezer burnt.
Heinz 57, madam?"
Okay.
And he's like pouring terrible steak sauce on it, trying to eat it. Doesn't eat it. Gives it back to the waitress and says, "I just don't want it." They charge him for the steak.
They charged me for my meal when I didn't even eat it.
Here's
I mean,
my favorite
honestly,
part.
though, I probably did eat a whole steak after
Yes!
sending it back so many
3
times.
times. My favorite part. Dex is the most non-confrontational human being I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
You're like so go with the flow because you don't like inconveniencing anyone.
Right.
That was the most. It was like you bottled everything up for that one night.
Maybe it was weird.
You took a
I don't
steak
know.
back 3 times, and then when they charged you, you like started throwing dishes.
Okay, that's not. I did not.
And made them take it off your bill.
That is not true. I didn't break anything, but I was just sitting there going, "You got to be kidding me, lady!" And I felt bad for the waitress because you could tell every time she went back to the kitchen, she was getting Gordon Ramsay'd, you know, like just yelled at and probably had food thrown at her. Poor
I will
thing.
say we were in a hotel lobby restaurant, so
Yeah,
you get what
exactly.
you pay for.
Well,
and he
don't
paid
charge me
nothing.
30
Yeah.
bucks for a steak and then not cook it right. It's not okay. Ugh, I'm never going back to Dallas again.
Yeah, last time we go to Golden Corral.
What, right? What, how do you get food shamed, Starmy? How do you get food shamed? Like, what is it that you do where people shame you all the time? Because for me, it definitely is ranch and ketchup. Like, hot dogs I see the most. Like, a lot of people
I'll
think
shame
you're
you.
only supposed to put mustard. That's it. I was like,
maybe
get out of
some
here. I
kraut,
can put whatever
maybe
I
some-
want on it. I can put tomatoes on it. I can put pickles on it. I can put relish. I can put ketchup and mayo on it. I can put sauerkraut. I can put chili. Don't tell me what I can't put on my hot dog.
Patrick Mahomes, I'm glad he got embarrassed and doesn't put ketchup. You know who puts ketchup on things? Brody. Brody puts ketchup on
Nothing
everything.
wrong with that. If that's what he likes, that's what he likes.
He's
Why
a
do you got to
child.
food shame people? It's bullying is what it is.
Mark's shaming you. Dex, I love honey mustard ranch on my lobster.
Honey mustard ranch? Okay.
Dan says, I'm from England, so I eat a bunch of weird things. We don't eat peanut butter and jelly. We eat cheese and jelly sandwiches. That
Cheese
is
and
weird.
jelly?
I will shame you. That's why you guys lost the Revolutionary War. Stupid things like that.
Again, I go back to,
America.
hey, whatever you like, you should be able to eat. You know what? Don't food shame me.
Dude, speaking of shaming, Britt is going on. She, I guess, complains about her food at restaurants, and Seth doesn't like it.
Huh, that's
duh.
weird. I would never expect that with old Britt.
Show me support!
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Britt. Dento says macaroni and cheese on hot dogs.
You know what? That sounds really good, actually.
Yeah, I wouldn't turn that away.
How about
Mac and cheese
spaghetti?
on a hot dog?
Spaghetti hot dogs. I've done the spaghetti tacos. Give me a spaghetti hot dog. Huh? Huh?
Wait, is there actual like hot dog in the spaghetti though?
Sure.
Like, what do you mean?
Or just put the spaghetti in the bun. Why not?
Man, you so broke. That's what that sounds like to me.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's see what we got left. We got some ramen and some hot dog buns.
And Tang. Because every poor person has Tang. Right? It's like, can't afford real orange juice. Here's Tang. It's like, what?
What? Oh,
What's
wow.
that? What is
Oh,
that?
look at this.
What's that?
That's really dope, actually.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Look at
don't
these
ever
prints.
bust in here like that when we're live on the air again.
Daniel said I could. So.
What is that?
Dude, look at this.
That's
I
cool.
love it. Thank
that-
you.
Who did that?
Thank you. Oh, Ashley, look at this. We got Prince, Purple Rain, and what else?
So these are things that were
Party Like it's 1999.
people can donate and get?
Yeah, well, yeah.
How much?
If you give like two Prince, it's valued at $45 for the whole thing, the whole kit.
And if not,
The whole
he is
kit and
still good.
caboodle. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 8 by 10 prints from
Those are cool,
local
man.
artist. Those
Thank
are
you for
dope.
that. That's
And
awesome.
if not, he is still good. I like that. And this New Mexico one. Okay. What are we talking about?
Ketchup on food, like food shaming. You know, when's the last time you got food shamed? What do people food shame you for?
Nothing.
I
Because
want to
I'm
stop
a
that.
Food pro.
Stop the food shaming. Stop food bullying. You let people put whatever they want on their hot dogs and burgers. You know what I'm saying? If you want to eat a steak with ketchup and ranch, I honestly think steak and ranch dressing is the best combo ever. Yeah, ranch with fries. Oh man, gimme.
Okay, now I've got to look this up because Austin just chimed in on Twitch and said weird flex, but okay.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, trigger word, bro.
Trigger
You
word.
can't. I don't understand. Like a couple people.
Where does that come from? Is that some YouTube show that people are saying that?
It's a knowyourmeme.com says it's a catchphrase or expression used to refute an explanation or boast that some would what?
Two of my kids have used that on me in the past week, and I'm about ready to knock their heads off.
It was used.
I'm serious.
The earliest known usage of the phrase was posted back in the day on Twitter in the year of our Lord 2017. So,
Weird flex, but okay. Yeah.
Weird flex.
Oh
but
my
okay.
gosh.
So
Yeah. Two of my kids lost their cell phones because of that. Just saying.
Yeah, also known as odd flex, but okay, it's a catchphrase. It's an expression used to refute an explanation or boast that some would describe as more negative than positive.
Who posted that?
Our boy Austin.
Austin.
Sorry, Austin. You just
Ban him.
I just did.
Ban him now.
Which is weird. I banned him, and then he said, "Weird flex, but okay."
Triggered, man. So triggered.
Somebody said I enjoy me some Vienna sausages, and I think it's a waste. So I drink the juice as well. My family thinks it's the nastiest thing ever. Ugh. Vienna sausage juice? That's because it is the nastiest thing ever. I'm judging you. There's like weird like jelly in the juice.
Yeah, bro. I used to actually eat those Vienna sausages, but I don't know if I ever drank the juice.
Somebody said I used to always get shamed eating breakfast with coworkers because I don't like coffee. I ordered chocolate milk. I guess 29-year-olds are not allowed to drink chocolate
You know what?
milk.
I relate to you so well because I've never liked coffee, and I always get judged so hard. People look at me and go, dude, I don't know, bro. I don't know if we can be friends because I don't trust people that don't drink coffee.
I don't. It's the truth.
So gross.
Somebody said my niece calls me gross for liking soggy cereal. No, you gross. Yeah, you gross.
Depends on what it is.
No, soggy cereal is gross, man. Like, I can't pour the milk into the cereal until I'm, like, sitting down because if anything disrupts it and it even gets a little soft, I want that Captain Crunch to cut the roof of my
You
mouth.
want to taste iron and milk and the glorious sugar together.
That's right.
The combination is glorious.
Somebody says people always shame me for asking for no cheese on my pizza. Gosh, you
No
communist.
cheese on pizza?
You are a communist.
That's so weird. And you ever notice that on like movies and stuff and TV shows? When they have pizza, they never have the cheese.
What?
You ever notice that? Look at pizza
No.
next time. It's always just sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody says I put ketchup on my tamales.
On my
And
tamales.
I just blocked him because you are not an American.
You know what?
I guess.
You eat what you want.
Yeah,
No food
okay.
shaming here.
Okay.
It's like Planet Fitness.
Okay.
Okay.
Somebody says I put mustard, mayo, and ketchup on my burger, and I always get shamed for it.
Too
As
bad.
you should. You guys need to remember all these people just trying to sharpen you because of your poor taste buds.
Get out of here.
Saying.
All right, guys, we are done with the morning invasion this morning, but all day today, you guys be a part of Star Week. Excuse me, 866-730-4921. Again, it's 866-730-4921. It's a call right now. Take advantage of these incentives, guys. Come on, we got a ton of them.
Heck yeah.
We got 2 more of the Boba Tea Sucks Bucks gift cards, $20 donation. We got a few more passes. Actually, what? We got, one more Mr. Car Wash.
Oh, wow.
For a $17.
Dang, those went quick.
Yep. Get your car washed.
All right.
We got those UFC gym memberships.
That's right.
We got the Lobo 4-packs.
I don't think people realize with that UFC gym membership, we're talking like unlimited access, personal trainer, everything. The whole kit and caboodle. So you want to get going in the new year? Boom, boom. Start it off right. UFC gym.
Thank you to Rusty Taco for breakfast this morning. We got 3 packs of these Rusty Tacos for a $10 donation.
And speaking of Rusty Taco, having their grand opening party tomorrow at 5:30 p.m., you'll have a chance to win free swag, taco cards, and free tacos for a year. So big thanks to Rusty Taco. Yeah.
A lot of Wolf Creek ski passes for a $144 donation. Jump in on that, guys.
Get on it.
Thank you very much. Also, Tattoo, Good Fortune Tattoo, April May donated a 3x3 tattoo for a $90 donation.
Yeah, dude.
So tons of other stuff. Heidi will tell you all about it when she comes in next. Guys, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Well,
what'd you do? Did you break it?
Nothing.
You
That's
break
all
it?
we got. There ain't no more. That's right. Time is tight. It's the end of the show.
Hi, I'm Todd Nettleton, and this is the Voice of the Martyrs Radio. Aisha's husband was killed by a bomb in Sudan. Seeking shelter at the Yidda refugee camp, this Muslim